Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one more time. Craig has been summoned.
Yeah.
Pretending we just started recording and haven't been for 5 minutes.
Now recording.
Yeah, now we're recording. So we're kind of winging it by the skin of our teeth. Is that a combined
Seam of our pants?
We're doing it. We're going by the skin of our pants right now.
Okay.
I'm not wearing any.
We are Beer Casuals. I know, I saw.
I'm wearing track
shorts.
pants. Does that count?
They're not even boxer shorts. They're just shorts. So you're okay.
Nothing wrong with wearing shorts. People wear shorts all summer. It's winter, so it's weird, but people wear shorts all summer.
And you were just complaining you were cold.
Were you?
Well,
almost ready.
So
I got something on the upper part. Bottom part's okay if it's cold.
I'm wearing a bra this time.
That's good, Sam. It didn't show up on your camera. So our plan for this week was to have a guest. It still is to have a guest.
He says he's almost ready.
He's almost ready. We got impatient, so we're starting without him. So we're just gonna start talking. We're gonna do some filler. If we didn't start talking, Al was gonna fall asleep. So
I thought he was just trying to deep throat his mic.
It could have been that too. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt and assuming he was gonna fall asleep.
Good at that.
Oh, I wasn't looking. I'm also that's terrifying. I'm also watching a football game while we record, so there's that as well. Okay, I just finished watching a terrible football game. I don't
care about you watching sports anymore, unless you invite me over.
Even if it's like a,
you didn't come over.
Even if it's disappointing and sad.
It's not disappointing or sad to me. I get to watch you be depressed and stressed.
Not even depressed. It's just yeah. I hate sports. It's stupid.
You like sports. You just hate when your team loses. Look at my eyes. Does it look
it's
like
not even my team. Like, it's not even my team. My team lost last week, and I was like, well, then I'm cheering for Baltimore now. And then of course Kansas City wins again because you know how there's always that team. There's always the team where everything just kind of breaks their way and they just stumble into victory after victory. It's kind of sad. I tune in every week just hoping they'll lose. But what can you do? Apparently, even in a game where both teams looked terrible, they still managed to win. So
nice.
What?
So
never mind. Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, that's a commercial. He's in commercials. So what were you saying now?
It's weird, but I've been recording some Skyrim this week, and it's not jumpy. I don't get it. Like, it was jumpy. You saw it was jumpy for a little while. Now it's just...
Yeah, I saw it was jumpy. Weird.
Why is that?
Why is it not jumpy anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm glad that it's not jumpy.
Yeah.
My mouse isn't jumpy anymore.
Maybe it was your mouse's fault.
I thought that's what you were getting at.
Maybe your mouse was slowing your entire system down somehow. Is that how mouses work?
I think so. Unless it was getting like a steady input, because it was broken. So I wonder if there's like something that was continuously clicked and that's why it was all messed up. So my computer...
Wouldn't that be hilarious if like your computer running slow has just been your mouse this whole time?
Well, I mean, it was a brand new mouse, so it wouldn't have been the whole time.
So
I got the same mouse, same brand.
Yeah.
Just the wheel doesn't seem to jump back anymore, so that's good. So it was a mechanical issue the whole time. It's weird though, because I Googled it, and there's this big Reddit forum on the jumpy mouse on a Windows 10 or 11. This brand, this mouse. So I'm like, okay, so it's got to be a program issue, a driver issue. It's got to be something inside the computer. But no, it was just a broken mouse.
Yeah, so I mean, Reddit's a terrible source for reliable information.
Yeah. I was tempted to kind of delve into the Reddit rabbit hole because you posted your Paladin video in there. Did it help?
Yeah. I mean, not really.
Okay.
A little. But like Reddit's bad for stuff like that because you'll post something and then people will be like, why are you posting stuff? Like, you're stupid. And like I'm tired, so I'm not doing a good Reddit impersonator.
No, actually,
I'm not doing a good people of Reddit impersonation, but that's basically it. Basically, Reddit is just like a pool of negativity. And if you try and post something, there's going to be people that are just intentionally trolling and just being jerks.
Well, that's why they call it that.
Trolling?
You know, you look at it, you go, Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah, basically Reddit is all just a teenager.
There's a lot of hugging in football.
It's tackling. It's called tackling.
Is any of my music coming through?
Yeah.
Are we going to get any strikes?
Is any of your music coming through?
Yeah.
I don't hear any music.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
even see the lines.
I really like
So
my
here's-
setup here. My
You know, we
music
should-
over here isn't coming through here.
Is the football game coming through?
No.
Okay, that's good. I think it's too quiet because I've got it coming I've got it almost as low as the volume can go.
Wait.
I can't hear it.
Can you share your screen with football on it?
I'm watching it on a different computer. I've got my computer that I use for doing computer things, and then I've got my computer I use for watching TV and internet.
A second Discord account.
I mean, I could make a second. Oh,
And then we
sweet. One of the legs of my parlay was for Christian McCaffrey to score a touchdown, and he got it. So
You should set up a second Discord account when you're watching stuff. Just share your screen and I'll zip in and watch with you.
I think I'm like 3/8 of the way there. To my bet. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Oh, you know what we should do? We should start by introducing ourselves and get that out of the way before our mystery guest joins. So we are still mere casuals. World of Warcraft podcast. Still focusing on Season of Discovery. That's good, at least. Don't have to deal with Wrath anymore. Oh, did I tell you? Oh, let's introduce ourselves first. I'm Josh / Will Riker / the rest of them.
I'm Sam / I would say Rule Aaron, but I haven't played her, and everybody likes Fat Cow.
Yeah, you're Sam / Fat Cow / Half Calf.
And Half Calf.
So I'm Alan I'm Al / Akona, Notagog, USCS, and Torash.
You sound upset about being Al.
Well, just a lot of people call me Al.
Is that a problem?
Only if you're I almost said it. Only if you're the guy that had sex with my mom.
I don't remember doing that, so am I good? I'd remember,
Wait,
I
right?
named him
What?
Alan for a reason. I didn't name him Al. It's like, fuck off. When have you been in my life enough to be able to say something like that about me?
So it's okay to call you Al, or do I have to call you Alan?
Well, now we're going to call
I
him Alan.
realized the whole reason I took a stance against Al was because, my dad said it back when I, was all impressed and I called him my dad. And I look back on my life and, yeah. Okay, so here's a little into
Don't call him your dad, call him your donor.
inside the sperm donor inside of you with Al. Too bad Michael Rosenbaum's not here.
I don't know who he is.
He does the Inside of You podcast.
Who's doing
See,
what?
I think I'd be aware of that if someone was doing a podcast inside of me. I feel like I've said that before. Have we had this conversation before?
Oh,
No.
probably. So basically, his guest comes on. And he takes a moment he stops and goes, "So, how are you?" or something like that. To check in with them. So he does interviews with people, and then he likes to check up on the mental health and stuff. You might also know Michael
that with
Rosenbaum. He
Al.
was in a musical group.
Check in with them? Or do a
Was he?
podcast inside of them? I'm confused as to what's going on.
And I don't know what it's called though, but he was also Lex Luthor. Lex Luger's a wrestler. Lex Luthor on Smallville.
Oh, never seen it. I was saying we should do that when we get on the podcast with Al. We should start off by saying, Al, how are you?
Nobody wants
Alan.
the answer to that. Wait, hold on. How many chins do I have this week? More than
You have
enough.
a beard.
Okay.
That's why people have beards.
What about me?
I can't grow a beard on my belly.
You can't,
Or
because
could
I
I?
have one.
Are you not hairy?
Was
Let's
he?
see.
I mean, nah, it's okay.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
nips.
have way more chest and
Yeah,
belly
you
hair
have a
than he
lot
does.
more body hair than that. Unless his is just so gray that we can't see it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
I
it just
have
blends in
never
with his
been
pasty
gray.
white skin.
It's all white.
There's no. I see some gray. Your gray
You
has
wanna
got.
see
Your
mine?
mustache has got gray.
It's
Oh.
the light.
You can see your bra on the
Now she's
mustache.
black. So yeah, the whole reason I took a stance against Al, because this is where we're going, is because he said that, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I should be called Alan. That's my name. And you know what? Call me Al. I don't care.
Everybody goes
Call
by a
me
short
Alan.
form, though. I mean, nobody says Samantha.
My name tag does at work.
Yeah, and you hate work.
Yeah.
So
There's
I'll
only
call you
3
Betty.
people that calls me. What?
So I'm gonna call you Betty.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Betty, you can call me Al.
Is that like a song? I
I
feel
don't
like
get
I
it.
should get a reference there.
Yeah. Can maybe pull up the song because I can't recall the name of it off the top of my head.
I'm sure it's not that important. So did I tell you that that I don't play Wrath anymore?
No.
Did you tell your guild?
It's a fun. I did. It's a fun story. Well, it's kind of a fun story.
It's a Paul Simon song. It's literally called "You Can Call Me Al," and it's got Chevy Chase in it.
Really?
Oh
I like
no,
Chevy Chase.
sorry, not Chevy Chase. It's got Chevy Chase in it.
Chevy Chase. Isn't it Chevy Chase though?
Well, you call
Isn't
him
it
Chevy
hard
Chase,
ch?
don't you? I did that for you. Don't you
Chevy
call him
Chase?
Chevy?
I call him a lot of weird things. I don't know.
You done?
I feel like I get it a little bit different every time. But it was an interesting
Okay.
story because a couple weeks ago, I kind of decided that like, can we like? I'll just wait until you're done. No, finish your conversation into the microphone with someone not in the room. That's good. Good. Are you done? You can talk to him. He's right there. Do you want me
We're
to?
done talking, apparently. Okay.
Wait, what's going on?
Wait,
He's done reading.
Okay, is he sleeping?
No.
Okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna try again. So, a
Can you
couple.
at least go put pajamas on him? And then I'll be right up.
So, a couple weeks
what?
ago, I decided that I was like, okay.
Oh, you want to eat?
oh my gosh, how many people you got there?
Oh, he dropped it. So a couple weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I can't keep doing this rating thing because it was just exhausting, and I feel like it was wearing me down physically. Because
Oh, are you sleeping better now then?
I mean, not really, but
So
like
it's not the game.
I'm sleeping longer. Well, it's just on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I was starting raid at 10:30 at night and going till 1, and then I can't fall asleep right away. So like 1:32, I'm falling asleep, and then I'm getting you up and driving you to work at like 4:45 in the morning, and it's a lot.
Do you know what time I've been going to sleep this?
Yeah, you go to sleep like 3 hours before I would be starting raids on weeks when we get up the same time.
Let's just say we're surprised you're still up.
So I was like, you know what, I need to be done. So I was like, okay. So I messaged the raid leader, and I'm like, this is gonna have to be it for me. Like, I can't keep doing it. It's not working for my schedule. And then, like a few days later, or like the end of the week, maybe they announced
a week later
in the guild Discord that that the guild's done raiding due to like attrition and wrath fatigue was one of the terms they used. I like that term.
Oh, all because you quit?
No, because a lot of people were being done. But I was thinking to myself, shoot, I could have just gone for one more week and I wouldn't have even had to quit. I wouldn't have had to been the guy that's like, oh no, I can't, I'm quitting. I could have just pretended like I was willing to keep going. And it was the guild that quit, but no. I had to quit like 5 days before the guild's raid group disbanded. So
But if you didn't quit, it may not have started that little table of dominoes down.
No, there was I was not the only domino. I was the lowest domino on the ladder.
You were probably the final
Are there
straw.
usually dominoes on ladders? I feel like ladders have dominoes on them for most part.
No.
Do they not?
Where would dominoes be on a ladder?
On the lowest rung, as I just said.
Why put
Where
them
do
on
you
a
keep
ladder
your
at all?
dominoes?
On the shelf.
With the ladder. So that was
So what was before that then? How am I gonna know which one was the ladder?
the former. So that was I haven't logged into Wrath since, and I've had no desire to log into Wrath since. Like I just don't want it. It feels like when I log into Wrath, especially like when I was still logging into Wrath while playing SOD, every time I logged into Wrath, it just seemed like too much. Like there is too much there. I have too much on my action bar. I have too much stuff in my bag. I have too many quests in my log. I have too many things on my screen. I have too many add-ons. There are too many people in Dalaran. There's just too much of everything.
So, are you going to try Kata?
Yes.
Probably. Are you?
Do we start from level 1?
I'm not talking to you anymore, Sam. I will probably try Kata.
Okay.
I mean,
would we take our tunes just to an era server and stay at a AQ40 and then max?
I don't want to play on another PvP server.
yeah. Well, I mean, it hasn't been bad lately. We've had a couple.
There's just been a couple times that I've gotten very frustrated and wish we weren't on a PvP server.
Yeah, but you get frustrated really quickly. And the thing is, we are on the giving end more often than we're on the receiving end of PvP stuff lately. Like, what? We are.
Nothing.
Like we've had some fun doing the giving. Do you have to go tuck him in?
Yeah.
Okay. I can just talk to Al for a minute while you do that.
Okay.
Well, the thing about PvP is, in my humble opinion, I have a friend.
You do?
Draxus.
Oh, okay.
In the guild's Discord, I work with him, and he says, it can be frustrating at times, but it's kind of necessary evil. He said it should be there, a little bit of risk. And I think PvP should be, you kill me once, that's fine, but are you going to continue to come back and attack somebody who's at half health every time they res up? There's got to be a point where it's got to stop.
Well, yeah, and that's
the camping, I think, should be abolished, but the PvP is fine. You encounter them, you kill them. Don't stand there and wait for them to come back and show up because you can get a half-dead person dead again.
Well, Blizzard kind of dealt with that like a long, long time ago with the diminishing returns on Honor. So the idea is if you kill, I don't know if it's 5 times or 10 times, but there's an amount of times, basically every time you kill the same person, you get less honor for them.
But
so, I mean, technically, there's no incentive after X number of kills. People just do it to be jerks, basically, because they enjoy being jerks to other people.
Yeah.
Like so we were questing in Stone Talon the other day, and there was a hunter mage duo wearing like Black Fathom Depths, like epic raid gear, like the weird trident looking thing the hunter had, and the mage was all geared out. And they were corpse camping us for a little while. And that was annoying. And Sam gets frustrated real quick. And the thing is, we're druids, so she's not here right now, so I can say this. We're druids, so we have an out. We can, like, res and immediately hit cat form and stealth. But Sam's slow sometimes. So I'll be like, okay, res, and then hit cat form and stealth. And she'll res, and then she'll eat. And I'll be like, you didn't stealth. She's like, well, I needed to eat first. And no, you didn't. You needed to stealth because you just got killed. And she gets frustrated because people don't give her breaks.
I'm tempted to go back into the Star Surge build. So when somebody comes at me, I can try that. But with 2 of you there, maybe you should have targeted the same person and like Star Surge and dotted that person down. You might have killed one of them.
Well,
alone.
That's the thing, though. Star Surge only does so much damage, and when you've got players who are fully buffed and fully raid geared, Star Surge does about 5% of their health.
Is that it?
Okay. Like we both Star Surged, and then I Sunfire or whatever the other instant is, and the mage wasn't even down 10%.
No? Okay.
No. Like it's one of those things where we have no gear and they have full gear, so it's not a fair fight 2-on-2.
I thought Star Surge was a little more powerful than that, but I guess not.
Well, it is. Like, it's powerful. Like, when someone uses it on one of my characters, then yeah, it's very powerful, especially if it crits, because I cannot get gear. Like, me and Sam have been...
the guild you're in?
Well, no, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the guild. I mean, yeah, it does have something to do with the guild because we don't do, like, raids, but like even when we do 5-man dungeon runs, I don't win the gear. Sam wins the gear, or somebody else wins the gear. I have no dungeon gear on any of my characters.
That can't be right.
I don't win any gear.
Well,
I think I've won. I think I have the shoulders. I have the shoulders on my warlock.
okay, so
No,
that's
priest. Sorry, I have the shoulders on my priest. That is
I
the
remember
only
that.
drop. That is the only dungeon drop I've gotten.
Then
maybe
okay, so this will take care of some of my board times. Let me go in and get some stuff for you.
Well, me and Sam have been running Wailing Caverns with our hunters, trying to get us each the legs, and run after run after run doesn't drop. Finally, it dropped. I lose the roll, so Sam has the legs now. So it's just I just can't. I have no luck. I can't get drops.
I took a druid. Forget what his name was. It was coming to me, but it's gone. His name is it's a cute little name. Anyway, I took him in, and I said, "Okay, you wait here." And I went up and I killed the guy. I said, "Can you see that?" He's like, "No, he couldn't roll on it. He wasn't close enough." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, that's a good test because it wasn't the pants." So I said, he goes, "I guess I'm gonna have to sneak in with you." So we went in and we just went under the first part. We killed the non-elite crocodiles there, Wailing Caverns. Yeah. I said, "Okay, so now just wait here. We're just right under the boss here." And I went up, killed it, pants dropped, and he could roll on it. So that was good.
So how does that usually work when people buy runs then? Do you not stay at the entrance?
I guess the entrance is too far away. You got to get closer.
So does whoever's selling the runs, do they clear the first handful of mobs? What? I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they changed it so you can't sell runs like that. Or maybe I just did it wrong. Or
I don't know. Maybe there's like a spot you have to stand. I don't know. I've never bought or sold a run like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, you might have to clear off for maybe just down the hallway a bit, not just right at the entrance.
I thought as long as you were in the instance when it dropped, then you could roll on it. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, that would also the venom spider, whatever the bow is called.
Yeah,
that one would be a tricky one as well. Then
probably, yeah,
because that would be up. That would be up underneath the guy. Mm-hmm. You probably have to kill little non-elite crocodiles there, right where you drop down. That might be I don't know. But I had to take,
but I mean the non-elite crocodile. I mean, it'd be getting to them. I mean, I'm sure anyone selling runs that can kill the boss can kill the few mobs coming in and get you down in that lower water area with the non-elites. But yeah, I don't know.
A lot to kill though if you have non-stealthies.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It would take an extra few minutes. Now that said, with our hunters, for example, killing our way into that little river thing in the middle of the Wailing Caverns, it takes us like 3 minutes. Like it doesn't take long. But that's two of us as hunters as opposed to like one rogue, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And we haven't tried it on the druids yet because Sam already has the legs, so
I have them on both characters now.
Yeah, because you win all the rolls. I was telling Al I can't get dungeon gear.
You go to 99.
On what?
A green drop.
Yeah, I got a 99 on a green that I didn't need that I vendored for 4 silver.
Oh, Dimitri's in the wrong thing.
Oh, did he get in? Yeah, see that's the thing. He needs to join something and then we need to take him. Oh, how do we pull him up here? Move to recording. There.
We didn't double check to make sure he was ready.
That was.
I can see you lighting up green, but I can't hear you.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you. You're just quietish.
Story of my life. Let me see if I can crank it up.
Well, that helped. That made a difference there a little bit. I don't know if you leaned into the mic or what.
I just cranked them up on mine. Can you crank them up on yours?
I already have everybody at 100%.
Okay. How's this?
Yeah, that's good. I can hear you good.
Well,
so welcome.
I'm at 161%. You just got to go higher.
Well, he's at 200%. That's higher than 161%.
Oh, you said 100. I thought you said 100.
I think I said by 100%. So welcome to our conversation. We've been in here kind of just chatting, killing time for, I don't know, 20 minutes, talking about pretty much nothing. Some WoW stuff. So welcome Dimitri to the show. Back to the show. Congratulations on being the first multi-time guest on Mere Casuals.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, well, we're running out of things to say, so we're back to the whole bringing in guests thing again.
Yeah, it's usually when I come in clutch. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, it's good because when we talk to each other a lot, me and Al and Sam, more or less, And
I talk
yeah,
to you too much sometimes.
yeah, me and Sam talk to each other too much. So when we end up having to do a podcast and we've been talking to each other too much, it's like I don't have anything to say to you anymore. So we need a fresh voice. So how you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys? I'm sneaking through Ashenville right now.
Oh, nice. Are you trying to get like the flight path? Are you doing the PvP event? What's going on?
No, I'm trying to get that Zoram Strand flight path on the
Yeah, the
Druid.
flight path. Yeah, well, we need to get that on our druids. We were just talking about that today. Right before we recorded, we went and did the PvP event, and we ran into the situation where the two on the Splinter Tree post side of the zone were cleared, but the other one over on the other side of the zone was running into problems, and they were not able to get the job done. And we were like, I'd fly over there, but we don't have the flight path.
Yeah, what happens
It's a
if
pain.
people don't go to that one?
What?
Half the people don't go to that one, it seems.
That's the problem. I think it falls behind because it's harder to get to. Not everybody has that flight path.
So the kill boss one, the kill boss two, and there's okay, I'm gonna go wait by the big boss because they'll get him down, and that's everybody does that. It's
Yeah,
like every
we were just sitting there for like 15 minutes waiting.
it's like people going, okay, it's really busy at Costco on Saturday, so we're not going on Saturday. We're gonna go on Monday, and everybody did that, and then Monday was super busy.
Yeah. Pack mentality and all that. So I wonder how many people lost my train of thought.
A lot of people lost your train of thought. What?
Yeah, I wonder how many people. As I was telling Sam and Al earlier, I'm watching a football game while we record this, so I'm struggling to keep my train of thought.
Nice. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be playing. I don't know how focused I'll be, but I really want this flight path. I'm almost there.
Yeah, well, we did that last week. We did the whole episode we recorded while we were like in game playing, and we weren't even playing together. I don't think were we?
We were.
Me and
You and
were.
Sam were, for sure.
But Al was doing something else. I don't even know if Al was playing. Al was doing something.
I was tired.
He was playing.
I'm getting stressed trying to get over to see my daughter for Christmas, and the weather keeps killing
January.
It's January.
Oh, thank you. I had no idea.
So you got 11 months. You got 11 months to make it work.
Or I'm negative 1 month late.
Oh, don't be so negative. Be positive. You got positive 11 months.
So anyway, regardless of what you two say, I'm trying for the family day weekend now.
Ah, okay.
Oh, in February.
Is this the daughter
an
at a
American thing
distance or
too?
the nearby one?
Yes, I have trouble seeing the nearby one. That's the one at a distance.
Well, I don't know. I needed clarification.
I know. I just wanted to be a little bit like that.
Is Family Day an American thing or just a Canadian thing?
Yes.
It's not that I'm aware of. I could just not be up on it, but I would imagine it's Canadian.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a new holiday we invented in February.
February
my
19th is Family Day.
Following Boxing Day or whatever that is.
It's a real kick in the
Oh,
face to
right.
people that don't have families.
Boxing Day is also not an American thing.
Yeah, well, because what? A day off sucks for them too?
Actually, it might be better because you get the day off and you don't have to hang out with family.
Right. Sorry. As I plan to hang out with family, and I say that. You know, if they're not listening.
Well, you don't avoid your family quite as hard as I do, so you're
Yeah,
making an
well,
effort.
not my daughters, anyway.
Yeah. So should
Yeah.
we what?
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 So, yeah, I got.
Sound like someone was trying to say something and Josh
I think Al
interrupted.
started and then I was started to talk and I was able to stop myself.
Well, just like kind of a finale to that conversation, but I gotta get into some more WoW this week. But I was joining in and I did a few things. And it was just really boring. I was skinning leather, and that was making me fall asleep. So enough of that. I went.
Well, that's the
fishing.
thing. What I was going to do is I was going to interrupt you and I was going to say, why don't we start out with saying what we've been doing in WoW this week? But then you started saying it anyway. So why don't we talk about what we've been doing in WoW this week? And now you can start with what you just said.
Yeah, so I've been starting some things and then just stopping it really quick. I went skinning and it got really freaking boring. I realized by the end of it, I got a lot of leather and it eventually turned into 18 heavy leather. Yay!
Where were you skinning?
Barons, the spot that you pointed out.
Yeah, the spot me and Sam go sometimes.
So I
Oh,
did
is that
some
why they're all dead?
fishing. I got quite a few mithril bound trunks, but I got a good male piece. It's agility and spirit, I think, but it's level 38 male, which I can save for my shaman. but I have a feeling that we're probably gonna have some good craftable stuff by then. So even that's pointless. I should sell it now. My
Yeah,
prediction is that we're gonna have craftable shoulders as part of the next dungeon run. You know how we have the Void Touch stuff?
oh,
I'm
like
gonna
epic
predict
craftable stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna predict shoulders.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that's one of my questions.
Oh, predictions? Well, we'll get to the questions in a minute. Is that all you've been really doing?
Auction housing. I've been checking for some recipes. I got a free action potion if it didn't sell. If you still need one, Dimitri.
Oh, yeah, I do. But the thing's going pretty good money right now, I think.
Yeah, I put it up for 5 gold this morning.
Ooh, I wonder
I'm
if it's
surprised it hasn't sold.
Maybe it has.
Well, I'm glad it didn't because the last time I put up was 2 something. So
Oh, I thought you said you put it up for 5 gold.
it was up to 5 gold. I don't remember if I've been so tired. I don't remember if I put it up or not.
I've heard of it going as high as 8, so
Ooh.
I guess it just depends on the time of day.
Where does it drop?
It's a vendor.
Orgrimmar.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were saying that. The one where you people just sit there and click.
Yeah, people camp it hard.
The alchemy shop beside the Salvage Brothers.
I wonder, can people script clicking and buying it?
Oh, I'm sure they can.
Because people find a way to cheat pretty consistently.
Cheaters go cheat.
Yeah, with the botting problem that we have, it would surprise me if people didn't have a way to. They log in, click, nothing there, log out.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the thing people do. Because you can't, there's no in-game setting to auto buy, right?
No.
Can you set it to auto confirm? Because when you click to buy something, isn't there a yes box or something? I don't remember what it's like to buy things.
That's only if it's bind on pickup, I think.
Is it? Okay. I can never remember.
So I did that. I trying to get the rage potion, but that's never there either. And that's just up behind. It's on the second tier. So you got the bottom where the bank is in Orgrimmar. You got the top where the flight master is. So that one tier between them.
Yeah.
There's the regent vendor in there. And he sells a rage potion because I have the mats for it. I might as well make it and see if I can sell it.
You know what I don't have the patience for?
Me?
Camping vendors.
It sucks, dude.
I've always hated that. I'm the person that buys it off the auction house. Every vendor thing I've needed in other variations of WoW, I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, I need to get it from this vendor and it's a rare off the vendor. I'm not even going to try. I just go to the auction house. I don't care what it's selling for.
But you're so much better at making money at this game than I am, so I can't really afford to
do
that.
Well, I think I'm at between all my characters.
I don't want to know.
Oh, well,
Okay,
it's not that
proud of
it's
himself.
not that. No, I don't have that much. It's not a lot.
It'll be more than I have.
It's not a lot.
What?
How much do you have? That's not a lot.
Now, this is between 5 level 25s, remember. I only have 114 gold. That's not a lot. That's less than 25 gold per character.
Okay.
It's a reasonable. There are people that have so much more than that.
Yeah, there are people that have over 1,000, but
so much more.
I'm kind of curious.
On the
How
lower
much
end of the upper
gold
one.
do you guys have?
Yeah, how much gold do you guys have?
I probably have about 4.
Between all your characters or just on one?
My priest has got about 2.5. My druid's sitting on about 2. No, maybe I got a little bit more. So then the warlock has probably 4 or 5 on him.
Yeah,
with all my characters, I'm up to 39 gold.
Well, you have Sam.
I have 80.
Oh, I thought you had 90 something.
No.
See, Sam's been doing good. It's because Sam follows me around.
Yeah, dang, I'm getting rocked.
So you guys just need to follow Josh around and win all the roles.
I don't really do anything though.
Now I did turn in my quest, so we are going to have to do the dungeon thing because that's where I got my gold.
Yeah. I have so many. I haven't been doing quests. I've been trying to, but I keep getting sidetracked and doing other things.
I'm trying to be smarter about that with my druid this time around because I turned in a bunch of the ones on the warlock that are apparently best to have when phase 2 drops or something.
Yeah, see, I'm not worrying about that. I want to go in. I want to do all. I think we talked about this last week or the week before. I want to hand in like every quest I can. I'm not doing 1,000 Needles on any of my characters. But like Stone Talon, Ashen Vale, Barrens, all those zones, I'm just gonna do every quest I can that I can get around to on in Hillsbrad, like on all my characters, because I'd rather have the gold and go in and like just grind or do dungeons or something. Like I know there's people set up that are like, okay, I've got all these quests lined up. I can get a couple levels right off the bat. I don't care. I don't want to. I probably won't even log in right away because I'll be at work or something. So,
Right.
Yeah. Well, we decided to do the dungeons because this way we'll be able to level up hopefully in the dungeons and avoid the crowd in the starting.
yeah, dungeon leveling will be fun. And guess what? Guess what? No one can do. Guess what cannot happen in dungeons?
People can't tag your mobs.
Well,
But you know,
no, that as well. But another very important thing.
Okay,
that
you
people
tell me. I'll
cannot-
tell you what
die.
people can
You
do.
can't.
You can absolutely die in dungeons.
I meant be like tagged by the.
PvP. You can't be PvP'd in dungeons.
I was
Can't.
trying to get there.
I know you got there. You were having a hard time saying the words.
Yeah, you know what else you can't do in dungeons, Josh?
What?
Get gear.
Well, I can't. Everybody else can. We were just talking about that, Dimitri. Me and Sam have been doing Wailing Caverns with our hunters, trying to get the pants
Right.
because they're super good for hunters. And we did run after run, and finally they dropped today, and Sam won the roll. So I still don't
By
have
4.
pants.
Nice. Just like you
Yeah.
didn't get. What did I get? Was it the shoulders of the belt out of it?
I think it was
SFK.
both. I think it was both.
No, I only got one. My old man probably got the other one. If
yeah,
you didn't
no,
get
he
it.
did. He did. I don't get. I know I don't get drops.
So
It's
let's
hilarious.
do some dungeon runs.
What?
Get online the same time as me. We'll do some dungeon runs. I'm tired of
We
being
should.
bored.
I want to do the SFK or whatever the words are again. Letters.
Shadowfang.
Shadowfang.
Yeah, SF.
Shadowfang Keep?
Yeah, so those were the right letters.
Yeah,
And
we
then Josh,
should.
if
We
you're,
could.
if you're with me alone, I can get you the pants.
I
Health
can
potion.
solo the pants on my hunter. I just
Okay. I think that might take you longer, but sure.
well probably, but like I also like killing my way there because it's actually decent money. Like me and Sam have been doing it every 3 runs. We
It's about
get
a
probably
gold.
like a combined 3 gold.
I just want to say for the record though that Dimitri is playing the game. He's cheating on us.
I'm not. I'm totally just sitting in the Barrens.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's just there. So
You're in
that's what
Stone
Al.
Mountains. So the name of the druid was Hibernatia.
Okay, that's a name.
Oh, that one's my buddy Mike.
Yeah, I got him the pants.
That's definitely.
Oh
a
yeah, he
druid
was
name.
telling me about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Okay, he waited at the entrance, and luckily the pants did not drop on the first kill because he couldn't. It didn't pop up to him as an option. So
Oh, really?
So I took him down to where the non-elite Crocs were, and I said, "Just wait under this cliff here." Yeah, because the boss is just right above, and he got the roll on it, which was good. That's when the pants dropped. 2 runs to get him the pants.
That's pretty good luck right there.
Well, it was like his 5th or 6th run, I guess. So
Oh, so maybe not.
he did natural runs with the group.
What are
Okay.
natural runs?
Did he have the natural
Like
runs?
5 people.
Oh, like actually just doing the dungeon.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
from
okay.
like a night of buffalo wings.
No.
We
Night
had,
of
we had
cherries.
wings last night.
I tried
Fire.
to have a night of cherries once, and I just realized that I couldn't find that many. Never
Ugh.
mind.
What?
Sam's got
You missed Sam's getting up to get me a drink, so you missed the look on her face after you said that. So I was gonna say, oh yeah, so Al, that's what you've been up to this week. Dimitri, what have you been doing?
I've been hitting the druid pretty hard. There's something about Season of Discovery that's been pretty rad. I don't ever play warlock or druid, and those are 2 that I'm maining. So the game's changed just enough for me to find interest in these guys that I wouldn't normally play. And
Is
right
your druid
now,
25 now?
no, he's almost 22, but I'm trying to get all the flight paths that I'm going to want for when Phase 2 drops. So taking a little bit of a leveling break.
We should do a flight path run.
Yeah, what flight paths would we want to do?
all of them in the entire world.
I wonder how many we could get. On druids, maybe we could stealth.
Yeah, it's a huge help. I only got killed in Ashen Vale once because I was able to stealth.
It's
My
so
warlock
slow, though.
got face for like a dozen or so.
Like a dozen or so
Did they
times.
have you lie back?
Yeah,
Like, put
over and
your
over and over again.
Ugh.
have your head hang over and they stood over you kind of face?
Pretty much.
I don't
was
think we
like,
can
you
see this
sit
one.
here. When you resurrect, I'm going to dunk it in your mouth.
We're gonna have to edit this word out, Josh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's streaming, and that's okay. I said it too. People that host these things, they don't like that word, so we'll have to make sure to get that out.
They'll never
just
know.
Mark this time down.
But no,
We'll
I
get it
figured out how to do the beepy tone. Remember when I figured that out like months ago? I figured it out, and then I was just putting it in a whole bunch, just
No,
for
it was
fun.
years ago. It was years ago.
That was months ago.
So
We've
are
only
we
been
just
doing
going
this
to
for
call
like
it
a year. What's that?
R-worded?
No, you can say whatever you want. I have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, I got R-worded pretty hard.
Yes.
I forget what Abba and Preach call it.
What? Who? Oh,
Abba
those
Preach.
people you like,
Yeah, they're from Quebec.
who are funny but also depressing and sad.
Why do you call them depressing and sad?
I don't know, because you said they were super funny, and then your one story you told about them was like really sobering. I don't remember why, because I don't actually remember the details.
Nice.
That didn't pick up on the mic, did it?
Oh, don't see me.
No.
You guys didn't hear that at all?
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Look at that.
It's funny because I think Al started talking right as I popped. I was popping a can of pop, and it made like this like loud like. And
I
you
didn't
started
hear it
talking.
at all.
It didn't pick up. My mic didn't turn on because Al was talking. So thanks a lot, Al. You ruined our sound
Took
effects.
the moment.
But now people know it was a can of pop. It wouldn't have been as exciting anyway.
No, it is my where is it? My diet caffeine free Coke.
Oh, I have
Hey.
some diet caffeine-free cola back there too, but it's in a 2-liter bottle. It won't make the same sound. It'll be
No,
It-
no, I hope
Cola,
not.
so it's not doesn't even taste the same.
It's the same enough. It's basically the same
off-brand.
thing.
It's the same.
So
What was
aside from tearing things up on the Druid and Warlock, you been up to anything else since we talked to you last? Just a lot of sod.
Just a lot of sod work things, which probably aren't all that interesting. Just as much as I can in the morning before the kiddo gets up. I did want to touch. You mentioned deviant hides in the last podcast. You can just farm the non-elite crocs and get deviant hides if you wanted to just do that. It'd be easy.
That's what I
Like
did.
in the instance.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could.
How do
I
you get
did
the
that.
perfect?
Can they drop the perfect as well?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Don't hold me to that. I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah, I mean those are easy.
You're
But
talking about hides or scales?
The
Hides is the
deviant, whatever they are. No.
the perfect deviant, the things you need for the crafting.
Okay, so you want the scales? Because when you said hides, I thought you were doing the quest.
Yeah, the hides is the quest. You can get them all. You can get the quest hides off the crocodiles too. But
Yeah, but you can get scales off the crocs as well.
yeah, that's the thing. When we do our runs, we usually try and skip those because
They
I
die
find
so
them annoying.
easy. Don't skip them.
I know. I have it in my head that I want to skip things sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Yeah,
because
notice
the
that.
stuff. It's because the stuff they drop. The little items they drop, they are so cheap vendor wise, and they just take up space in your inventory. I hate their drops.
And their meat is for
Yeah.
an alliance recipe.
Oh, that's
it
for a
really?
recipe. I didn't even know it
Yeah.
was for a recipe.
But we can't do anything
Ooh.
with it.
I know what else I've been doing.
What have you
I'll
been
add
doing?
this in quickly. So I've been fishing, but it's higher level fish, and I've been looking at the fish and trying to figure out what I would need to, as soon as it opens up, get my cooking all the way up to max. I'll have
What
all
is
that
max for the next? Is it two? Is it going to be 225?
225.
But then so hold on, 225 is the second, and the third one is 300. Does it go
Yeah.
higher than 300?
Not
No.
in classic.
No. So we're gonna have our 240. The next one will be 250. So what are we gonna have max professions before we get the 51 to 60, or are they gonna break it down a different way?
Is it only going to go to 50 on the next one?
I believe so. I've seen
Well,
that.
next one's 40. They're going 40, then 50, then 60. Didn't they already announce that?
Yes.
I I
Yeah.
saw phase
So-
2. I didn't see what phase 3 looked like.
So phase 2 would be 225, and if phase 3 is 300, then we're already at max before we hit phase 4.
Maybe it won't be about that.
Yeah, I would imagine that phase 3 is going to take us to 300, and then they'll just call it good there.
Yeah, like maybe phase
I don't
4
know.
won't be about crafting.
Phase 3.
Or
Phase
maybe
4
they'll do 200, then 250, then 300.
You know what that'll do for us if the phase 3 goes up to max and they say, okay, that's good. So we'll be at 50. So we'll be just at that danger zone. So we get a party of 5 because it was a good show.
Terrible TV show. Oh,
So we get a party of 5. We go and we won't be high enough level to wear it, but we start killing those friggin' big dinosaurs.
Devil Source.
And, yeah, we get the Devil Sword leathers.
See, I
That'd be
think
sick.
the more I'm thinking about this, which hasn't been very much, it's basically just been just now. I'm thinking 200, 250, and 300. I think that's what they're going to do.
So you think they will break it up?
I'd have to look at the recipes to see the level range of who can wear what. But like, I don't know if they messed with it to make it line up. But 150 seems to plunk you right at level 25-ish for gear. So I'd have to look at the recipe list and I'd have to see, but I'm wondering because you know what? It wouldn't line up right because 25 to 40 is 15 levels and then you have two bouts of 10 levels, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think they might just change some of the stuff around. I think it's going to be 200, 250, and then 300. That's what I think they're going to do. It's probably already public knowledge what they're going to do, and I just don't know because I haven't been keeping up
casuals.
on
We're
stuff.
allowed to speculate.
We're probably speculating on stuff that it's already been public for like weeks or
Yeah,
something.
These
I think
people
that'd be
data mine.
hilarious.
We're not looking into the data mine stuff.
I don't want to data mine.
We're
I don't
coming
want to
from a
know.
non-data mine perspective.
Yes.
And we're often wrong.
Yes.
Sung.
Well, that's funny. Data and often wrong soon.
I just said
Star Trek.
Sung.
I know. I pronounced it wrong. Because I'm drinking Coke and it makes the back of my nose phlegmy.
So
And
my
it stinks.
question is, I thought you were giving up fizzy drinks.
I am, but Sam like desperately wanted stuff. And no, I didn't say I was giving up fizzy drinks. I said I was giving up alcohol.
Because you said I said get non-alcoholic. You said no, you think it's the fizz.
Oh, well, the fizz doesn't help either. It makes me terribly gassy and
So
uncomfortable.
just because
But I just really wanted one.
pop, you have to also drink it?
It's here and I like it, so yeah.
So if I got
Okay.
non-alcoholic alcohol, would you drink that?
That
No,
sounds
that's nasty.
terrible.
We have mocktails at Costco.
That sounds good.
Shirley Temples.
I need to scale back on sugar though as well. I feel like it's important that I scale back on sugar.
Yeah, the aspartame doesn't help either.
It doesn't hurt though.
It
Does it?
absolutely
Aspartame.
does.
Aspartame can't possibly be bad for you. I don't believe it.
Okay.
It's just as bad for you.
No. Come on. How do you
Oh, I thought
overthrow
the
that?
game was over.
No, it's just
Heck.
what?
So what the heck?
I don't know. Sam, what have you been up to this week?
Have you already said what you were up to this week?
I don't remember. Probably not. I
Because
think
if
I
you
started
have,
at Al
then
and then went
that
to Dimitri.
was what I've been up to.
I said some stuff to Al probably when you went upstairs, but I was mostly just complaining about your PvP abilities.
Done one PvP event.
We've done
I
two.
guess two. We attempted one yesterday.
A couple days ago, yeah.
I didn't play yesterday.
Yeah, so it was a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, we failed. I died.
We didn't fail. Everybody in the horde
Everybody failed.
It was a collective failure.
And then we got two bosses down today and then failed.
Yeah. But I mean, two bosses plus the event finishing rep plus the quest hand in rep, it adds up.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
I want to say but we did Stone Talon quests on our druid. And
Druids,
we kept
plural.
dying because raid gear alliance people was like, oh, let's go kill people. And I wasn't in the mood for that.
Yeah, I was briefly telling Al about that.
When?
when you were upstairs helping with things. I was definitely not criticizing you at all. I wouldn't do that, Sam.
What did I do?
I wouldn't do that. I said I didn't.
So you did?
No. What else have you been up to, Sam?
What did Josh say, Al? What did he say about me?
If you guys talking about the PvP, because you were here when he was talking about the PvP.
Oh, yeah, you were probably here. I'm sure I said nothing bad.
I don't remember you talking about that, though.
Oh, don't run it.
In Stone Talon?
What?
I was here for that?
No.
So what did he say about me?
Honestly, I don't recall.
Just that you would get frustrated sometimes. If you really want to know, go listen to the podcast.
We haven't posted it yet.
Well, then don't listen to it yet. Listen to it when it's posted.
That's it. That's all I've really been doing.
That's it. That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did. We talked a little bit because we've basically everything we've done together.
Because I've been on a 7-day stretch, so.
If you want to talk about what you did separate, Josh, you haven't said that on the podcast yet.
What did I say I did?
It's something you don't do anymore?
What don't I do anymore?
Me.
Something, not someone.
Oh.
Farg?
Oh, I said that. I said that at the beginning.
On the podcast?
Yeah?
Yeah, we were recording that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just conversation. Okay,
yeah, I did that whole thing. Sam was even here then.
Dimitri wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
You have to listen to the beginning of the podcast to understand that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I don't raid in Wrath anymore. Long story short, I quit.
Good for you.
I quit, and then my guild quit as well.
Oh, the whole guild.
Yeah. It's a funny story. Yeah, I don't want to tell it again. You can listen to it. It like as Al always says, if you want to know, go look it up yourself.
Yeah, so I've been looking things up while you're talking here.
That's the Mere Casuals news slogan.
So what I can picture is them going up to about 290, 275, 290, maybe 280.
Like in phase 3?
No, I'd say 275. Make the last 25 worth it because the patterns can be worn. Level 48 at something that takes 265 to craft. When you get something that takes 290 to craft, that's level 53. You take something that takes 275 to craft. Well, that's level 21, but that's the squished number. Where's the real number? Well, level 51 is 280, so I'm going to say 275.
Maybe. I just feel like that's such a short run from 275 to 300. No, although I guess it's the hardest run though, right?
Yeah, that's the toughest part, especially when you come to like engineering with leather working. You need a lot of leather.
Yeah,
you need a lot of rugged leather, and there's a lot of things that drop thick leather. So you're going to be farming a lot of leather.
See, that was going to be my question because I've been doing. So I'll tell you what I've been doing. Not much. I've basically just been playing with Sam. So we've been doing our Wailing Caverns runs. We've been killing some stuff in the Barrens and skinning it. We've been doing our PvP. We've been doing some questing with our druids for gold. Basically all the stuff Sam said. But as I've been doing these things, because I've mostly been playing my hunter and my druid, and they're both skinners. So I've been hoarding leather, and what I've been doing with a lot of it is converting it up to heavy leather because it's easier to store that way because I can, like, every 5 medium leather is 1 heavy leather, right? So I just pre-convert it. But then I was thinking to myself, skill ups. Once they raise the cap, am I going to need a bunch of medium leather still?
Probably.
I didn't even think to do that. I've been making stuff with the medium leather and putting it up in the auction house.
Yeah, I've been doing that a bit, but as the prices go down, I've started kind of hoarding it a bit.
Yeah, and the prices of leather are going to drop, but if you hold on to it, I imagine it'll bounce back and you'll do okay if you wanted to sell the leather in the auction house.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that, well, I mean, I'll fill my bank and stuff because I want to have enough that I can get a ton of skill ups, like right off the bat kind of thing.
No,
but
John.
No, what?
Heavy leather goes gray at 160.
What do you mean?
Making
for making it. No, I mean, like, I don't mean getting skill ups from converting it, although now that you say that, I guess I could. I mean, like, what am I going to need, like, to get skill ups? Like, am I going to need to make a bunch of stuff with medium leather before I get to the heavy leather stuff? Should I have 300 or 400 medium leather stored up?
So I'm looking at a guide at the moment on WoW Professions,
Yeah.
And at 150, which is where we're at, it starts into the heavy leather, which is just you making heavy leather. You're making heavy leather balls. They'll
And
hang
chucking them at
low.
people.
Yeah, yeah. So then they got heavy hide. I don't
Make
see.
sure
So
everyone
I'm
in
sure you can
Thunderblock gets hit
probably
by my
do it,
balls.
but the cost effectiveness guide here is putting you right into heavy leather rate at 150.
Okay, so I'm good with just hoarding the heavy leather then.
Yeah. How many how many heavy leather do you have? Because like I said, I was getting pitiful amounts.
4 or 5 stacks probably.
Jeez, Louise. Okay, you know what? I really don't like
That's
you
from
anymore.
converting it, not skinning it.
Yeah, that's from converting light and
Well,
medium
yeah.
up to heavy.
I just
Just the way you said it, it was like you haven't like skinned any, but he hasn't either.
Oh, I've skinned like
No.
4 or 5 total heavy
no.
leather.
I know exactly what he's doing, and I'm doing the
Oh.
same thing. I'm just like I said, I'm crafting everything up, and I got 18 heavy leather. I was like, oh, or 8, yeah, heavy leather, 18 heavy leather. Whoa, that's a lot. Worth my time.
Well, what I should probably just read one of the guides and see exactly how much I need, because then like I want to hold on to it, and then like I don't want to sell it now. Like it sells decently now, but I think it's like I don't know, like 70
something come
silver a
after
stack or
heavy?
something. Yeah, like thick and rugged and all that.
Oh, right.
If you follow the guide,
How much heavy leather do I need to get from 150 to the hypothetical next stage?
well, this guide calls for 195 heavy leather, followed by 650 thick, followed by 400 rugged.
So what's the conversion on heavy to thick?
I'm going to say 6 probably, because if it's 5 medium to heavy, it's going to be 6. Now I do have it here, so you see, I was looking at. I was going to say 5, but I was looking at the wrong thing.
Keep in mind, though, you can, with all the different waylaid supplies, you're going to want to make that stuff for skill ups instead of the traditional route and get your money back.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And we don't know what the recipes are going to be for the next waylaid supplies either, do we?
No.
Correct. Or at
Because
least not
that's
that
what
I'm
I
aware
did.
of.
That's what I did a lot of
At the
early on
beginning.
with professions. I was making a ton of stuff for those waylaid supplies and selling them. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I should wait and see what that is and then take advantage of that market.
Yeah, so it is 6.
Okay. So basically, if I could, what do I have till February 8th?
Yes.
I should set my goal at having like 500 heavy leather or something.
Do you know what I just realized? If it's February 8th, we both have the 9th off.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Gonna hit it hard.
I booked February 9th off
Just to spend time with me.
just
but
because Sam was off, and I was like, I've got a day I've got to use. It never even occurred to me that there was a
it
day
didn't occur
after
to
Phase 2
me
came in.
until right now.
That's great. Bonus.
I think these waylaid supplies we're going to see some heavy armor kits for sure. I can picture probably barbaric leggings in there.
What are those? Are those good?
They're greens,
Well, yeah, I
but
guess most of them are greens.
it takes heavy leather and Massagate, Agat, however you say it.
Agate. Are you Italian?
I
Get some
don't know.
Italian blood there.
I haven't done a 33 in me, so I don't know.
33?
I can picture heavy leather balls being in there too, just for the sheer joy of putting it in there.
I hate those balls so much.
Yeah,
They just seem so useless to me.
they're there just to be a nuisance.
Yes.
I had one. I forget what version.
Yes,
Probably
and
the heavy leather balls.
No, what version of WoW we were in.
Oh, I don't know.
But I would always throw it at Al or you, and then all of a sudden it'd just be back in my bag, and I don't remember you throwing
That's
it back.
because we
at
throw
me.
it back because we don't want your balls on us constantly, Sam.
You don't like me
Damn,
throwing my
don't
balls
touch
at
me
you?
with your balls.
Oh, Sam. So yeah. So Al, did you say you had news? Because Sam has questions
didn't, but there
prepared
is
for
news.
Dimitri
Or anyone who wants to answer.
or anyone who wants to answer them.
There is news. I didn't say I had it, but I do have it.
You want to do a quick news
Awesome
rundown
news intro.
where you shout at all the people to look it up themselves?
Yeah. Okay. So guys, there's news. Go look it
You
up.
know what we need? We need a new news intro that's just you shouting, "Look it up yourselves" into the microphone.
Sounds good. We'll think of it. So the news basically starts off with a question, which is created by Passionate. I don't know who that is. It says, which classes will improve the most in Phase 2, Season of Discovery? And it's like, I don't know. I don't have the ends. But speaking of improving, is there anything that, if we pick a class, what would you like to see as a rune for that class? Did we talk about this last time?
Is that one of your questions?
No,
Sam?
but that's sort of what my question is.
All right, well, we can go back to it then. So I'll go to the rest of the news.
We'll do that in our discussion segment.
Yeah, so look it up yourself or just wait. So marks of honor are going to be blocked from item restoration, and anything that's in the mailbox is going to be destroyed.
Oh, going into Phase 2?
Yeah, would have already happened, actually. So Blizzard announced that marks of honors will removed from item restoration, and any still in player mailboxes will be purged.
Oh, just marks of honor. I thought you were saying they were wiping the mailboxes,
Marks of honor.
and I was like, what? Like of everything? It's PvP stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they got the rankings out there again. Feel free to look them up. That's just a ranking. It's not big news. Microsoft laid off 1,900 people. Yay.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's the news. Depressing.
You know what got me about the
So-
Microsoft thing?
My own personal news I'd like to add. This is not personal, but the only thing I'd like to add that's not on here is I logged in this morning and I saw the Dark Moon Fair Barker running up the streets and I was like, what's he running from? And then I was, oh wait,
chasing
Dark
him?
Moon Fair is out, guys. Get your marks, get your bags. Last
It's
chance
not
to get
Monday,
your
is it?
10 slot bag before you go into the next phase.
Is it not out till tomorrow?
Well, the Barker's out. You get the 5 free token quests from them if you have not done it before.
Oh, I've already done it.
But it's good to let them know, before it's actually gone, that it's out.
That's true. I guess nobody's going to be listening to this on Sunday. Well, with it being Sunday right now.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it. I think there was something else I was going to say, but I cannot recall. So I'll bring it
Must
up
have been important. So let's get into the discussion segment. Sam's got some questions, and we're gonna start doing some discussion questions.
Okay, we already talked about what you've been up to since the last time you were on. I feel like that question was already come up.
Yeah, I think I accidentally asked that one. I didn't know it was one of your questions.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on Sod? Do we talk about that too?
No. You can ask Dimitri what his impressions are.
I think that it's
Oh.
breathed. Sorry, family just got home. I think it's breathed a lot of life into Classic for me personally. The only thing that was keeping Classic alive for me was hardcore, and then this kind of there's Alan. This definitely overshadowed that. It took the majority of the player base with it, but it's not so different that it's not Classic, but it's different enough to keep it interesting. Like I said, I'm playing classes that I would have never played before. I hated the Druid, frankly, but with Star Surge and everything else makes it more like a mage, and I really liked maining a mage, so it changed it. And then being able to tank as a warlock has been stupid fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I was surprised that I got into the Druid. I didn't think I would like Druid. And I heavily resisted playing Druid, and now going into Phase 2, I'm probably going to main like a Druid or a Hunter. I'll probably end up playing one of those most of the time.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
gonna-
never played a hunter. I mean,
You've played a Hunter, Sam.
I've never played a druid before until
But
this
you
time.
like it, don't you?
I do.
I'm going to make a bold statement here. I think every class with the runes will make them play it. Oh, God, I'm so old.
You
I
need to
think
write
every-
it down
What
and then
just
read it.
happened?
I find sometimes if I write something down and then read it off.
I think that you have a good opportunity to find every class enjoyable given the runes. There's going to be something on every class that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah, you're probably right. Although I only disagree because I still can't imagine myself playing a rogue.
I'm still not enjoying Rogue. You were right there.
I've never tried a rogue, so I don't know. I can't.
You guys aren't doing it right.
Maybe
That's
not.
entirely possible.
I think you got to like rogues to play rogue. I just don't want to.
Is Okona
I don't find
the
them.
rogue?
I don't find them appealing.
Yes.
Okay.
See, getting to level 20 and getting through Shadowfang Keep to get that that one rune was good, especially since people said you can't really do it at 20. And then realizing the poison quests, I couldn't really do at 20, but I managed to get it at 22, and then I even screwed it up, had the curse, and I still was able to fix it. I mean, it's just rogues are nice and they're fun, and going through having a couple different stuns now, especially with the right between the eyes rune, where basically you have a gun with an instant shot and you can shoot somebody.
Right between the eyes.
Is it?
Yeah, it stuns them and it interrupts their casts.
Oh.
I would think getting shot between the eyes would do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of cool runes on them. It's a lot of fun.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, I also thought I was really going to want to play Shaman, but every time I go to start playing a Shaman, I'm just like, I don't want to.
The level 7 Shaman.
Yeah, I would say Shaman's probably one of my least favorite characters that I've actually played on SOD, but I'm still enjoying it. I did eventually get into the proper dual wield that I wanted. I did buy the rune for that. But you guys want to tank, so I'm going to have to tank.
You have to.
Well, we have Dimitri.
I can tank. Yeah. You don't have to tank if you don't want to.
I'm going to.
Sam's a druid now.
I've been practicing my tanking. Not very good at it.
You've been fine.
You might be better than healing. Where'd Al go?
I didn't mean to kill you.
You didn't kill him. You let him die.
I didn't mean to let you die. I couldn't find you. How was I supposed to heal you if I couldn't see you?
You're not supposed to look for me on the screen. You grab my little portrait on the side.
He was laying, bleeding out on the floor. You just have to look down.
I also have voodoo, so...
I was going to say, don't you use helium or something like that? That really makes it easier.
She does. She just forgets it exists.
I panic sometimes.
I panic during PvP. That's what gets me.
Oh, Sam panics during PvP too.
I just panic.
Well, Warsong Gulch. Let's get together and do some Warsong Gulch.
We could.
Yeah, I suppose we could.
But there's easier ways to get Warsong Gulch rep.
There is.
I'm looking forward to a Wrathy Basin. I find Warsong Gulch frustrating.
Okay, you know what? I haven't done a lot of Wrathy Basin. I really didn't understand it, but I will love to go into a Wrathy Basin with you if you say, "Hey, I'll come and play with me."
You know what makes the Wrathy Basin really fun?
Way. That sounds dirty.
Here, let's sidetrack and talk Wrathy Basin for a little bit. You know what's really fun to do in Wrathy Basin?
Question.
Wait, are you going to talk shaman aspect? What's really fun? Because I know what you used to like to do.
Yeah, you can't do that in Classic though.
Are
you don't
sure?
get that? I'm sure you don't. Well, maybe unless they had a rune for it.
There you go.
But that was a thunder clapping or whatever it's called. I don't even remember what the spell was called.
It's some kind of lightning storm where you blew them off the side.
Yeah, knocking people off the cliff was my favorite thing to do in a Wrathy Basin. I always went straight for
remember about a Wrathy Basin is just your enjoyment of blowing people off the cliff.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you fight near the cliff and then you walk past them, and there's a shaman ability that knocks people back, and you can just knock them off the cliff.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Priests used to do it with mind control as well. They'd mind control and they'd force you to jump off the cliff.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, my buddy used to do that with mind control. He was a savage with his priest. He'd also do it on the boat to Ratchet or whatever. You walk him off the boat right before you zone out.
I was gonna say that would be fun to do on PvP servers. Just like hide on the boat with a priest and just mind control people off the boat. Oh, can you imagine? I'm gonna be afraid to use the boat now.
You just gave everybody ideas.
No, people have had that idea. Trust me.
Yeah, that idea's been out there for a while.
But anyways, the thing that's really fun about Wrathy Basin. So, Al, how well do you know Wrathy Basin?
Well, I'm not an expert at it, but I have an idea.
So you got the five nodes you're fighting over, basically.
Yes, you want control in order to build up resources.
Yeah. So the problem that happens a lot is that Wrathy Basin turns into a disorganized mess, and whichever team is more organized tends to win. So what you do is if you go in there with a pre-made group of 3 or 4 or 5 people, and then that group, you just run around and you just wreck things and keep taking the nodes. If you have an organized group that you're playing with, it makes it so much more fun than if you're trying to like herd cats and try to get like everybody to work together. It doesn't work, like, because everybody in Wrathy Basin is an idiot. and they will choose to do the worst possible thing out of spite.
So we want to be the organized.
We want to be the organized pack in the disorganized chaos. Because if you go into a Wrathy Basin and you're like, and you go into as like a pug and you're just a single player, and you're like, okay, everybody, let's try this, and you suggest something, then people in the instance will be like, the nerve of this guy thinking he knows, and they out of spite will refuse to follow suggestions and do everything possible to blow it. It's so annoying. I hate other people so much.
It's like you're all of a sudden in there with a bunch of Redditors.
Exactly. It's just the worst. If we go in as a group, it'll be fun.
If we can muster up 10 people, we can A, do a bunch of dungeons, B, do some raids, because I'd still like to do a raid. If we can still manage one on this before February 8th, that'd be great. But if we get that, then
we got like 6 or 7 individual people.
We can do raid, PvP, and a lot of dungeons. I want to get us up to at least 10.
Yeah, we should. We got to recruit. We got to find a couple people.
I might have talked another buddy into playing again. He flew out here for my birthday. We were hanging out. He got a mage to like 5. He seems like he might play again.
That's 1/5 of the way there.
Minutes?
I'm sorry, what?
He only played for 5 minutes?
No, he got his mage to level 5, so maybe half an hour for him.
Yeah, just being facetious.
Yeah, it would be cool to get enough people into our guild that we could actually do some more organized stuff, because we haven't done much in the last couple of weeks, but the dungeons that we've done have been a lot of fun. Like, I love getting on doing dungeons.
Yeah, so do I. The dungeons have been a blast, especially the last, or the only, I guess, Shadowfang Keep run was a lot of fun. Even with
we only did one. Did we really only do one?
Wasn't it just one?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I think you and Sam might have done one already, but we only did one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done multiple.
Yeah, we did some other ones.
I did a bunch on my mage, and then we did one. Was with my hunter? Probably,
because your druid wouldn't have been up yet. So Sam is internally screaming because she wants to get to her questions, I think.
Somebody wants to
I'm now booking vacation.
Oh, Sam's booking vacation time. Well, what was your next discussion question, Sam?
Favorite class?
In SOD?
Yeah.
In SOD, man, it's definitely a toss-up between the Warlock and the Druid. Right now, I'm really enjoying the Druid. The Warlock's been on ice for about a week now.
We did kind of talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a bit.
But previous, it would have definitely been the Mage or the Hunter, and I haven't even really touched the Mage or the Hunter here. I've gotten them to 5 and 6, and then I parked them.
Yeah, see, the problem I've had here's the problem I've had with favorite class is I think it's all recency bias in SOD, because I played Warrior, right? I started with Warrior, and I didn't enjoy it that much. And then I played Warlock, and I was like, man, this is so much better than Warrior. Like, I love this Warlock. I'm going to main this Warlock now. And then I made a Priest, and I was like, oh, this is so much better than the Warlock. I really love this Priest. So I'm like, I'm going to main the Priest now. And then I made a Hunter, and I'm like, whoa, man, this Hunter is awesome. Like, Hunters are so good in Season of Discovery. Like, I think I'm just going to play my Hunter now. And then I made a Druid, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this Druid's amazing. I think I want to just keep playing the Druid.
Well, and you guys didn't even experience the Druid like Al and I did.
Yeah.
Just like the face melting Star Surge.
Because you get we didn't really need it. That's not the point.
Well,
yeah,
tell you what,
the point is I got to 10 in half an hour.
If we can get some more, because here's the problem. Here's my problem with my Druid, is I made my Druid a Skinner Leatherworker. And then once I got that up, I was like, I really should have made this an Herbalist. But I was playing with Sam's Druid, and her Druid's an Herbalist, so it wouldn't have made sense to do it. So I need another Tauren because I want an Herbalist. And I just don't feel like playing a Shaman. So what I want to do is if we can get a Warlock over to that cave and get me a level 1 summon, I will make a second Druid to make my Herbalist.
Dude, just walk to the cave.
I don't want to walk to the cave.
That was such a long walk.
It took me 1 hour and 11 minutes to do the whole thing.
I have friends who are Warlocks.
You lazy motherfuckers.
But do these friends want to summon you, or do they want to watch you suffer?
Suffer?
Well, here's the other thing I can do.
No suffering involved.
I don't know. Yes,
I've
it
level
is.
six.
Running there at level 1? I want to do it at level 1.
Well, I did it level 6. Okay, so level 6, you're gonna like ding to level 6 on your way.
Not if I get summoned, I
No,
won't.
you only get to 2. As
Alright,
someone
right.
who did it at 1.
Lazy motherfuckers.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop on to Wrath, because I haven't logged into Wrath since.
I thought you quit.
I did, but my account's still active because it's all the same account. I'm gonna pop into Wrath, and I'm gonna go to the auction house, and I'm gonna buy a couple WoW tokens. And oh shoot, that won't work. I'm gonna reactivate my other account, and then I'm gonna transfer my gold over to that account. And then I'm going to go to the auction house and I'm going to buy some WoW tokens. And I'm going to run my second account for a few months on WoW tokens, level my druid on that one. So I have a druid on a second account. So if we're doing something, I can be like sitting somewhere picking plants. You know what I mean? So I can take my own warlock. What?
So do you have any gold left over?
I don't know. I might. It depends how much WoW tokens are. I think I've got like 27 or 28,000 gold.
Oh, okay, it's going to get you 2 tokens.
2 unless the price goes down. I'm kind of hoping I can milk 3 out of it. We'll see. So, and then I can bring my own warlock over, and I can summon myself because no one wants to help me.
I'd go over.
Right.
I'd help.
And then I'll power up my druid, and I'll have a druid on my second account.
So, do you think there's any chance before the 8th that we can see if we can? Well, we don't have 10 people, so regardless, we can do some more dungeon runs, try some PvP, do some RFK.
We try.
Maybe run around and do some 1,000 needles.
What would probably be best is if we did RFK as our grind, starting at level 25, because we'll start out, we'll be running it, we'll kind of get as far as we can get. Reset, and we'll keep leveling up and we'll power up as we go, right?
Everybody take the 9th off.
Yeah.
I thought I booked it off, but I don't think I did. And I think it's too. Wait, the 9th. I already have my schedule for it somewhere. Anyway, regardless, you said you want to skip 1,000 needles for leveling.
No, I said I'm not doing any 1,000 needles quests for gold. I'm leaving 1,000 needles open.
You suck. I already did some. I was going to say, let's go in there and do that. Because
Well,
it's relatively empty right now.
Is it? Because that was you that I was going by. Because you were saying that you were leaving 1,000 needles, that you wanted to level 1,000 needles. So I was like,
he wanted to do 1,000 needles with us. I don't think he said he was going to leave.
Yeah, I thought you meant like
No,
after the new phase.
I was doing some of the quests to load up my quest log.
Oh, like finish them and then you hand them in later?
Yeah, but no, I handed them in now already.
For
Some of them,
gold?
there's not many there. There's still lots to do.
Man, you must have like 100 gold by now, turning in all those quests.
Don't get him started.
I never start. I continue.
Yeah, exactly. Al started before you were born, Sam.
Al was in college when I was born.
Yeah, maybe.
University?
Close.
One of my coworkers really ticked me off the other day when she was making fun of the way I pack and said, you know what? You'd be moving like me and once you're doing this for 14 years. She goes, 14 years? You started working here when I was 10. I said, all right, I hate you.
It could be worse.
Hmm.
So what else do we got for questions? Sorry, I interrupted.
What do you mean could be worse? You mean like if I end up working with somebody that my ex babysat?
Yeah.
That happened.
I know.
Somebody was going to say something. Was that Al?
I don't know. What's our next question, Sam?
Any predictions for phase 2? And what would you like to see?
Oh, this could be fun.
Honestly, I'm just kind of taking it slow. I don't have any real predictions. I'm hoping that I'm leaning into the alchemy thing. I'm hoping I can make some money on that during phase 2. Other than that, I'm just excited to see what runes come out, and I hope that I get more like stupid overpowered ones for the druid. That'd be great. And something I'd like them to lean into the warlock a little bit more with his like I know that AoE threat has been kind of a complaint for people depending on the build.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a little more AoE threat for that build, but other than that, I'm just excited to see where it goes.
You know, on that note, one of the Death Knight abilities would be a cool rune for them. And I haven't played a Death Knight in Wrath since original Wrath, so I might be a little off. But they can afflict people with diseases, and then there was something that they could do to spread the diseases around to other players.
Isn't that a warlock thing?
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget what it was called.
I think it was a glyph.
Yes, it was. What the hell was it called?
Dude, this memory's good for a few things there. I gotcha, eh?
Dude, and I just played it in Wrath, 6 months ago, whenever that was still going?
Yeah, well, I had Mum Ra and Morose as my war Death Knights.
You did what to your Death Knights?
I had Mum Ra and Morose were my Death Knights.
Why did you have
my
two Death
alliance?
Knights?
Morose was my horde.
So what would
part of Saturday morning cartoons? That's why he's Mum Ra.
I remember now. So you said you're hoping for an overpowered druid rune again. What kind of rune do you think you'd like to see? Like, do you want like another Star Surge type thing? Do you want like an overpowered feral rune? What do you think would be cool to see for druid?
Man, I think they've got some good runes for feral too. Anything instant cast, I love. So having Star Surge and Sunfire and Moonfire or Starfire? No, Sunfire.
Starfire is the Moonfire upgrade.
Starfire is from Titans.
The rune one.
I just like all of the instacast stuff that speeds up the grind a little bit. I'm not in a hurry to level, but like it does feel like druids, if you wanted to do the Moonkin thing, were very like cast, sit and drink your water. Cool, let's go kill something else. Cast, just sit and drink your water.
Yeah.
I work on the ninth.
The free wrath kind of helped with that a bit because you never really run out of mana. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but if you're completely out of mana, you can still do something.
It was very helpful in the beginning, though. When they gave it to you pretty much right away, I rushed for it after I got Star Surge. So yeah, you cast 1-2 wraths and hit them with the Star Surge, and it was over.
Yeah, basically. What I would like to see is an AoE rune for the druid. I want to see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Instant cast would be awesome as well, but some kind of like just AoE, like maybe even like a targeted AoE blast, because
like a shotgun cone type of thing.
Yeah, because there's there's conspicuously like no AoE for druids right now, unless I'm missing something. I mean, the bear has swipe, and that's like the only thing I think that hits multiple targets.
Right. Yeah. It'd be cool to have something like that on cat.
Yeah.
Like a cat cleave. Or even like
Do they not have swipe on cat?
No, swipe's bear.
I know swipe is bear, but I thought they had it on cat as well.
Maybe later, but there's definitely not right now.
As of right now, it's just claw.
Yeah, it's
claw,
it's kind
mangle,
of
rip.
Like cat does a ton of DPS mainly because of the wild strikes, I think. But there's no AoE, no cleave, nothing. Like druid is straight up single target in every form except tanking.
Where did I think I saw it?
In your mind.
Well, you don't have a druid in Sod, do you?
Yeah, he does.
Ulysses.
Ulysses.
In Season of Discovery, I thought you have a shaman and a rogue. I didn't know you had a third character.
Yeah, he's a
shaman, rogue, and druid at 25.
Huh.
And then rashes.
See, I was going along with that AoE thing as well, but I wanted an AoE tank ability for the druid.
Well, they have swipe.
Like a better one?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if there was an AoE, I mean, in caster form, you cast it and then you swap to bear and you keep the aggro, right?
I think they should give druid a death and decay.
That's the opposite of druid, though.
Maybe, I think you mean warlock, but that would be sick.
Actually, no, that'd be pretty cool for warlock. No, you mentioned
warlock, that would make sense. It would make zero sense to have as a druid.
If you could do like priests have shadow form, right? So if druids could be like the anti-druid.
Oh, that is
destroy nature.
So bad though. A druid that destroys nature. Yeah, that's a different class. That's not even a druid ability. Al, are there any runes you want for any of your classes?
You know what? Just if I'm gonna pick something out of the blue, I would like Fan of Knives ability for the rogue.
When do rogues get that? Is that ever a classic thing?
It's a wrath thing, isn't it?
Just Wrath, eh?
I'm not sure what level they actually got it at once they introduced it. If it was up in the Wrath era or if it was revamped to be part of an earlier, I don't think so. But a Fan of Knives would be cool. Then we can start doing some Fell Striker runs.
So
I
you're
never
a big
got
you're
it.
a big fan of knives, is what you're saying?
I'm a big fan of knives.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There is precedent for them throwing Wrath abilities in as runes.
Yeah.
So
Might as well give it to us early. Combine that with the Between the Eyes, do Fan of Knives Between the Eyes, and we stun a lot of people as they're walking out and make them stop.
exactly. Can you? Yeah. Could you fan? Yeah, if you could fan of knives with like shotgun between the eyes AOE, just hit everybody between the eyes.
That's
Good.
what you just said.
Bad.
I know. I was agreeing with him.
You say good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Army of Darkness.
Thank you.
Oh.
I didn't think Josh was going to get that.
No, I was looking at Sam to see if she had any idea what we were talking
No,
about.
had
I'm
no
a
clue.
big Bruce Campbell fan.
Who?
I went through a phase where I was super into Bruce Campbell, and I was just
Ew.
obsessed with his movies.
How did you get super into Bruce Campbell?
I did a podcast inside of him.
No, that was the dude from Smallville.
Yeah,
Michael Rosenbaum.
is inside of me apparently. I
You went
didn't
deep
even know.
inside Michael Rosenbaum's. Sorry, that was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were going with that. But yeah, I loved Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell is a treasure.
I'm a big fan of his Old Spice commercials as well.
In every one of the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire.
I didn't like those. Was he in those?
All of them?
He was in every one.
Really?
Who?
I don't
He's the ring
remember.
announcer in the first. He was the waiter in the third. I
So
think
he's the Stan Lee of Spider-Man movies.
Stan Lee was in them too, but yeah.
I was gonna say, wasn't Stan Lee the Stan Lee of the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, probably. Not
Not all of them.
Oh,
the
no,
newer
he
ones
was-
because he's dead.
In the second one, he was the usher who wouldn't let him into the thing because he got there late.
Hold on, Bruce Campbell's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's the living dead.
He's not dead, is he?
No.
He's the living dead.
I know. Do we want to? Is there more
Yeah.
questions? Sam has more questions.
What emoji do you use the most?
One of the laughing ones, either the crooked one or the straight one. I don't know which one's most, but it's definitely both.
That's
Follow,
the one.
Like the
Shortly
laughy
by
one
the
where your
eggplant.
head's tilted to the side.
Yeah.
That is my most used one too.
I'm trying to. Oh, that's my face.
Yeah, it's because we're millennials. Apparently, it's what we do.
Oh yeah,
Hal is not a
somebody
millennial.
told me that once. That the fact that I use emojis, or is it just the laughing emoji, means I'm old or something?
It's specifically the laughing emoji. I guess it's kind of like a generational thing.
How
I
are
am
people
not that
supposed to
old.
know you're laughing?
Exactly.
Like, do I have to type out LOL like
No,
like a
LMAO.
psychopath? Like I want
I
to use
do
an emoji.
both.
You know what you have to type out?
What?
Rufflemel.
Oh,
do,
no.
do, 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 do.
Rufflemel.
That's showing your age more than anything.
Do, 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 do.
That's like 18 years old.
Love that video so much.
Sam, what's
Actually, I
your
had that as
most
my
used
ringtone for a
emoji?
while.
The
Do you know what?
laughing
You know what
one.
somebody said to me the other day?
Laugh
What?
crying one.
Because they found they read my name because I was talking about my ringtones. They said, "Oh, have you ever seen that video where they're saying Alan?" I said, "You know, if you phone me right now, my phone was turned up, you'd hear it." So yes.
So you know how when you like go to react to something in what's this program called? I have open Discord. In Discord, when you go to react to something, it has your most frequently used and your favorites up at the top.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Yes.
Like- And it has like 4 suggested ones that you use the most. So I've got the rolling on the floor laughing which apparently is my millennial emoji. I've got the thumbs up because that's easier than actually saying okay most of the time. I've got a question mark for some reason. I don't recall ever using a question mark. And I've got a deer emoji.
When did you ever use a deer?
There's a story behind that I'm going to tell now. So I used it what? Sorry?
I feel like you used it once like a week ago.
I might have accidentally. And just recently, a lobster emoji was bumped out of my list, right? So I had a deer and a lobster emoji as my favorites, like my most used emojis up until very recently. So do you want to know the story behind that?
No.
Yes.
Sam, why don't you want to know the story behind it? It's kind of an interesting story.
Okay.
So
I was
aside from
kidding.
Sam, because I know she knows.
Kidding. I don't know.
Let me finish my sentence. Aside from Sam, because I know she knows. Do any of you are any of you familiar with the game MetaZoo?
Oh.
Yes.
I may have heard the name a few times through a previous podcast.
A friend of mine once sunk a bunch of money into it.
Oh
but
right,
never did anything with it.
Did you listen to the Forever Quest one?
Yeah, that's actually how I found you guys.
Okay, so you know all about them. So Jeff over there got me into MetaZoo, which I blame him. So here's the thing: how the lobster and the deer came about. So I was collecting that for a little while. I've got a few of the sets. I've got a bunch of cards. It was during lockdown, Sam. I had nothing else to do. You moved out because I was in COVID protocol, so I ordered a bunch of cards on the internet.
That didn't show up until like a month ago.
No, a bunch of them came while you were still away. So anyways, I was into that for a while, and I started to sour on it after a while because it seems like it's kind of a scam. So near the end, I was in their Discord, and they love.
Oh yeah.
So you've heard the story too. So
I know this story.
So I got to the point where I was reacting to the stuff in their Discord with a lobster and a deer emoji. I don't remember how it came about, but I decided that those were my emojis I was going to use. So I kept responding to things with the lobster and the deer emoji. And eventually they did one of these like live question and answer Discord things where the guy, the cult leader that runs MetaZoo, comes in and you can ask him questions and he'll answer them. And I joined that chat, and every time somebody asked a question, I responded with a lobster and a deer emoji. And this MetaZoo community was very conspiracy-ish, and everything had like a secret meaning, and they were like obsessed with stuff like that, right? And they kept seeing that, and there was also like, oh, what's coming next? And like the whole thing is these like weird cryptid creatures and stuff. And I kept responding with these lobster and deer emojis, and people started being like, is this some kind of secret code? Like, is this something in the next set? And they started asking questions. People kept asking questions about the lobster and the deer. They're like, what does the lobster and the deer mean? What is it? Like, is this a secret? Like, what is it? And I guess the leader guy didn't like the attention being taken away from what he was doing because he banned me permanently from their Discord for it.
I remember this.
So apparently I used it enough times that it's still in like my favorite emoji things. Because just every question I'd respond with a deer and a lobster emoji, and people were like, what does it mean? And apparently like it was a thing for a while after I was banned. People were asking, yeah, but what about the lobster and the deer? Is this a secret drop in the next set? Like it was hilarious.
Yeah, Josh is in the next chapter of the Illuminati.
But anyways, apparently this game is still going on, and it's still probably an NFT scam.
You still talk to any of those guys?
Yeah, occasionally. I'm still in their Discord. So yeah, that's my emoji story. Did anyone else have anything to say about it? We're done with the emojis. What's the next question?
This one is mostly for Dimitri because it specifically tagged Dimitri in it.
Oh, you should ask Dimitri then.
It says you're big into smoking meats. What's your preferred preference between the tri-tip and brisket, and which one wins out of the title of best meat and why?
Yeah, I think that one came from my buddy Mike. Hi, Mike. It would be brisket, hands down, any day of the week. My opinion, smoking a tri-tip's not the right way to go. You want to sear the tri-tip and then cook it more like a steak. Now,
I like brisket. Wow.
Brisket is a 24-hour process for me, and I just really like how tender it is. And if you don't cut away too much of the fat, then it's nice and juicy. It's just it's a fun thing for me to cook that most of my family and friends really enjoy.
So do you do a lot of smoking?
I do now. Well, I always have, but my smoker was down for about the last 9
feel like-
months. I've had to replace 7
Yeah.
different parts on it.
Oh,
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
it's entirely possible. Because Sam's always bugging me to get a smoker. We get brisket. There's a local store that's got really like nicely priced brisket, and we get it, but we do it in the slow cooker,
Yeah.
and it still turns out really good.
Either you're getting a small piece of brisket or you have a massive slow cooker.
We're not getting like a huge brisket. We're getting like
A
2 or
family
3
of 4
pounds.
brisket. Well,
Like,
family of
it's
3
not-
because
it's
one
not
doesn't eat.
massive.
Okay, you're probably getting just the flat then. The part
Yeah.
that I really enjoy is the point, which you usually can't find if it's not the whole brisket, the flat and the point together.
Ooh,
And
I've
those
never had a
things are
pointy brisket.
See,
The-
we need a smoker.
Probably. Here's the thing though. It's interesting that he mentioned the tri-tip. I had never heard of a tri-tip until me and Sam watched the 2 seasons of the, what was it called? The Barbecue Showdown? What was it called?
Barbecue Showdown, Smoking Showdown. I don't remember what it was called.
There's a show on Netflix. It's a cooking competition. It's this barbecue showdown show, and they do like smoking and outdoor like pit barbecue and stuff like that. And I had never heard of tri-tip, and then one of the guys was like the tri-tip king of Ohio or something, and he made it a couple times, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But he smoked it.
Yeah, my other buddy smokes his tri-tips, and they turn out fairly well, but it's not a type of meat where low and slow really benefits it. With the tri-tip, or not the tri-tip, with brisket, there's so much fat that it takes a bunch of time at a low temperature to render the fat to make it juicy. Now with the tri-tip, you kind of have to.
Lean?
It's relatively lean, but can be very chewy if you're not careful. So that's why I prefer, with mine, I do like a sear, and then I will back off and do a little bit of low and slow, but not like a 24-hour process like I would with a brisket.
Okay, because yeah, the experts did warn the contestants that cooking your tri-tip poorly could make for a very tough cut of meat. So
It absolutely does, and I do not enjoy that.
well, nobody likes a chewy tri-tip. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I've never
tried
had
it.
tri-tip, so I couldn't tell you.
You're gonna try the tri-tip?
If it's anything like
Just the
brisket,
tip.
if it's anything like brisket, it's got to be good.
It's not. It's more like a steak.
No, I was kidding because I know it's completely different. But there's a barbecue place near us that we need to start going to again. Muddy's Pit. It's not open in the winter, but they do.
Do you know how many
smoked
times
meat,
I've
like
suggested
sampler
to go
platter.
last summer, and you're like, okay, and then we never went.
It's because it's like a 15-minute drive away, and that's so far.
Okay.
So far, Sam.
Is it Franz?
No.
No, it's, Muddy's Pit in Keene.
Oh, okay.
Have you
I
ever
never
been there?
looked down at Keene.
They do like a sampler platter, right? You get their smoked platter, and you get like smoked sausages, pulled pork, brisket,
chicken,
and I think
ribs.
chicken and ribs, and they have like a bit of
beans,
everything. Well,
and
beans, yeah,
coleslaw.
of course it comes with beans and coleslaw. Everything comes with beans and coleslaw. But yeah, it's like a sampler platter, and it's so good.
No,
And they've got like the big outdoor
I think
smokers.
there was a corn muffin too.
Probably. Seems like a thing.
So I want some of that now.
Well, they're not open. We got to wait until spring when they open up
Yeah,
again because
I'm
they don't
hungry
open.
now.
They're not open in the winter. Yeah, me too.
We just need to get a smoker and we just do our own.
Yeah, I mean we could. I don't know.
And a question that is connected to the other question is, what is the best meat in your mouth?
anything that goes balls deep.
Ayo.
Heavy leather
Sausages,
balls.
no. That's still, the king still goes to brisket. There's nothing like it, or even like a beef rib with the extension of the brisket kind of on it. Those
He just
There used to be this
is the-
this barbecue joint in
is
Arizona
see,
that I really liked.
I don't know my beef anatomy. Is the brisket close to the rib?
If I recall, the beef is more, or the brisket's more kind of like the front part of the cow, kind of shoulder to chest.
Okay, because
But
I
could be
love
100%
a good
wrong.
rib roast.
Do you like beef ribs?
Beef ribs are great.
I prefer beef ribs to pork ribs for sure.
Oh, they're so much better. Pork ribs are kind of boring. Like pork ribs make me think of like chain restaurants, like Montana's, and like kind of rubbery, but like smothered in sauce. And a good beef. Like I love a good beef rib.
Or they'll overcook the ribs, and the pork ribs they'll be super dry.
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure they like pre-cook them, and then when you like order them, they'll throw them on whatever it is you cook them on, and you get it's just not as good.
No, it's definitely not.
What?
No, I'm not going to say it because
Oh,
it's going to
Sam's
make me feel
googling
stupid.
meats, and now she's all like
So
flushed.
no,
What?
nothing. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make it sound stupid.
Well, that's more fun. It's do it for the listeners, Sam.
No,
Do it for me.
no. Oxtail.
Oh,
Thought
what's
that
going
came
on
from
here?
an ox, not from the
Oxtail.
cow.
Why is it called oxtail then?
I
Oh,
don't
I got
know.
a G invite.
I just looked up the meat cuts. Oxtail is from a cow.
Really?
Says
Growing up, I used to actually really like beef tongue too. Growing up,
No.
See, when I grew up, my grandparents were farmers, and I'd go down there for like weeks during the summer, and they would serve tongue at least once or twice while I was down there every year. And beef tongue is so good.
yeah. If you cook it right, it's tender. It's so good.
Yeah,
No.
they'd like slow roast it for like hours,
No.
and then no. Here's the best part. You got no. Trust me on this one. They'd bring it out to the table, and you let it sit for a while, and then you peel the skin off, the skin and the taste buds off. No, you gotta peel
Gotta
the
do it.
skin back.
Gotta do it.
Slice it. You gotta peel the skin off first because you can't eat the tongue skin. It's tough.
No.
You gotta peel it back.
No.
But you gotta wait until it's cooked and then rest, so it pulls away nicely.
Nope.
And it keeps all the juices in there.
No.
The tonguey juiciness. It's good.
I know.
It actually is really good.
I used to work at a grocery store.
And
we
beef
sold,
heart. A nice big slice of beef heart is good too.
tongues.
Sam, you still hungry?
That you can see the taste buds.
Yeah, but you don't eat that part. You peel it off.
No. Also, when you watch, who's the talk show host?
There's several. I don't
Eddie
know.
Murphy.
The British dude,
You don't mean James Corden, do you?
James Corden.
Oh, I
He
can't
does
stand
like
that guy.
that table.
I don't watch him, so I have no
Oh.
idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
I find him irritating.
Well, he's not on anymore.
He's not? Did he get canceled?
Yeah.
Did he do something terrible?
Probably.
That's funny.
Anyways, he ate beef tongue, so that's no.
Was that the terrible thing he did?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the question.
Did we? I don't remember what the question was. Did we address
It
the
was
question?
The best
favorite
thing
cut
that-
of meat.
Oh, okay.
Actually, and thinking on it a little bit further, I really, really miss good carne asada. Living out here in the Midwest, they don't have it anywhere. So the flat meat from a cow made in carne asada, man, that's good stuff too.
So what is in that? Because I've heard of that. I'm not sure if I've had it.
Carne asada is kind of made from what used to be considered, I think, like the wasted part of the steak.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thin strip of, can also be chewy if you're not careful, but it's marinated in citrus and salt and other seasonings or whatever. Lowry's actually makes a pretty good carne asada seasoning that's kind of an all-in-one that's great, but all the basic Mexican food, citrus and onions and cilantro, and oh man, so good.
Yeah, I always thought it was like almost like a chili for some reason.
No, it's a steak. They put them in tacos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was way off on what I thought it was.
I think you're thinking of chili con carne, which is a
Oh,
a
I might
different
be.
thing.
I might be. That is a
That-
different thing, then, isn't
That's just a phrase they teach you in Spanish class. It's not something that
I've never taken Spanish class.
Oh, they used to
teach
make
French up
us.
here instead of Spanish.
Oh, I suppose that makes more sense.
Yeah. So we know Dimitri's preferred mouth meat. What is the next? Did you tell us what your favorite meat in your mouth is, Sam?
Not a huge fan of the meat in the mouth.
Sam doesn't like meat in your mouth. Where do you prefer taking your meat then?
Yo.
Next question. I should have put these more in order because this is going back to Sod now.
That's fine. We can skip around. It can't be meat all day, every day.
How has Sod changed your outlook on classes? Will you try another class you're less familiar with after your successful four-way?
So since you're successful four-way,
What is that word?
I'm going to go with 4A probably. I can't see your
Okay.
phone from here. I'm sure it's not
Into
4-way.
Druid, which we talked about. Shaman, maybe, which we talked about. No one likes Shaman.
Man, I want to like Shaman so bad. I so bad want to play Shaman and enjoy it. It seems like a cool class. It just doesn't stick with me. That would probably be the one that I would try if they had some runes. I haven't even looked in the runes, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But if they had like some killer runes that would make me want to play, I would do Shaman for sure. And that's really the only class that I'm inexperienced with at this point.
I mean, Al's more of an expert on this because he actually has one. But when I looked through the shaman runes, there was nothing that like, oh, how do you drop that?
Wow.
There was nothing when I looked at the. Sorry, that was such a bad play. When I looked at the shaman through the runes, there's nothing that jumped out at me as sounding special. Like there's a lot of like, oh yeah, okay, I can see that being useful, and oh, it'd be nice to have that kind of thing. But there's nothing that popped for me. Like Al, what's your shaman opinion? Is there a rune that just makes the class better?
I haven't played shaman a lot since, so I tanked with the shaman. Getting something that helps to manage the mana would be cool, but I got the dual wield. I like the dual wield rune,
Yeah.
like the proper dual wield rune. I like that. It gets me back into the shaman, kind of into the shaman. I like until I get Wind Fury. I just have to hang out with a druid. I'm still not used to these 5-minute weapon enhance. I'm telling you.
Yeah, oh man, that's something they need to add. They need to fix.
Yeah, when I
for me to
joined,
play a shaman, I need stuff to last more than 5 minutes.
yeah, when I first started playing, it was the Burning Crusade era, and at that point, it had gone up to half an hour.
I did already then? I couldn't remember if that was Burning Crusade or Wrath.
No, it was Burning Crusade because I don't remember 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Because I know I see that in the same way I see the Paladin seals, right? With
Yeah,
the whole and what are they called? The seals and the blessings. And
Yeah,
those
that's
were still
great.
the seals were still 5 minutes in what's the Burning Crusade? So I'm surprised if the shaman. I'm surprised that the shaman ones were extended.
Well, they made longer ones for you, didn't they? In Classic,
Longer one what?
made
The
it last
seals?
longer than 5 minutes. Yeah.
Not the seals, no.
The blessings only lasted 5 minutes, if I remember
Blessings
right.
are only 5 minutes as well. I think you could get a longer blessing in like AQ from like a book or something. I think, but even then, it was only like 10 or 15. I might be misremembering because it's been a few years since I was playing my paladin in AQ and stuff. But yeah, the seals were always just 5 minutes. They continued to be all the way up until Wrath.
Yeah, actually, that just reminds me of one of the funniest times I had doing a raid. When our raid leader said, "Oh, I don't have any secret candles. I got to go get some." And I spoke up, said, "I got some. You can have them." That was the druid tank. He goes, "You have candles?" I said, "Yeah." I got tired of coming to raid and everybody's saying, "I don't have these." And then we have to wait for them to go somewhere and get them. So I brought stuff for everybody.
Nice.
Hey,
Always prepared.
candles.
Good that you were
Yeah.
good for something.
Hey, now.
Thanks for the reminder. I still don't have the acorns or whatever I need for the druid.
Maple
The
seed.
maple
res.
seed.
Oh,
Yeah, that thing.
damn.
The only
Some-
times I'm gonna run with these two and I say, "Oh, I don't have maple seeds yet."
Do you not have them either? Because remember that, were you
I
there
also don't have them.
when me and Sam were doing a run and I died? I think it was you, me, and Al. I think it was you, me, and Sam. We were running something. I think it was Wailing Caverns. It was that time we were doing the clear for our
Oh, the frog dude.
frog dude.
The frog dude, the very last
The Murloc at the end.
Murloc?
Murloc.
Yeah, because I died and I was like, "Oh, it's okay. Sam can res me." And she's like, and I was like, "You bought maple seeds, right?" Because I told her before the run to buy maple
You
seeds.
just said I needed them. You never told me I needed to buy them.
Well, where did you think they were just going to appear?
Yeah.
You need to buy them. But yeah, she didn't have them, so I had to run back. And that was because that's when we were doing the stealth run. You're rogue and our two druids. So I had to stealth back through the entire dungeon because we hadn't killed most of the stuff. So I think it was up, it was up near
It was before the Murloc.
It was before the last boss. I think it was up near the the big ever living guy. Like it was up in that area, like where all the swamp elementals and stuff are.
Yeah.
Remember, I died and I was
We're
like,
dead.
"Oh, it's okay. Sam can res," and she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." So I had to stealth all the way back up, and it took like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I
I
have
just
maple
gave
seeds.
her half of my stack of maple seeds, and she probably
You
hasn't
gave me
bought more.
one.
No, I gave you at least 2.
You gave me one.
I don't think I gave you 1.
I have also not bought more.
You need to buy more maple seeds, Sam. There's a good idea for a rune for druids. Something that gives you res on demand instead of every half hour with a seed. That is the stupidest res. Be better off being an engineer.
With the jumper cables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the chances those jumper cables don't work. At least the seeds work every time.
No, they don't. Because if someone doesn't buy one, they don't work at all.
Well, and you never see a mage not have their reagent for portals and teleports, right? They always have them. They never
do.
run out. But when it comes to the seeds,
You
we
don't
just
have
don't
portals,
remember.
do you?
No portals, but the things that I need.
Well, the scrolls? I don't even
Yeah.
know what you mean. Oh, the charms of whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be talking about something else, but when you go to do teleports and portals, they require their own reagent. I forget what
Yeah.
they're called.
Portal stones, I think.
I thought they were called runes, but what do I know?
I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't played a mage long enough to get teleporting. But anyways, what was the question?
What
Something.
trying new
How
classes or
has
something?
Sod changed
Oh,
your
right.
outlook
Oh,
on
because we were
Classic?
talking about if we would try shaman, basically. Any other classes you'd give a try? The only ones I haven't played in SOD are rogue, mage, and shaman.
I
So
haven't played a priest. Maybe I'd try that.
A what?
A priest.
Priest was all right.
priest is really fun. I haven't taken him past 10, but starting off with that, what is that rune you first get?
Penance.
Yeah, that one's pretty sweet in the beginning.
Penance is good, and the homunculus is really good too.
Yeah, unless you're like in SFK or something, pulling rooms and stuff with it.
Yeah, they can get a little unruly at times.
Those little bastards cause some grief.
So
Uh,
what is our next question, Sam?
That's all my questions.
We got
Well, our
Falcon Mick just
podcast-
I
added
know,
one.
but was it that in?
It's in podcast questions.
We just got a podcast question pop up.
I know that's what I just said.
I
Oh.
can't find it.
It's in podcast questions.
Can
Falcon
we get a
Mick says,
Patreon and leave the spicy cuts in the Patreon only feed?
Like me out constantly lifting my shirt.
"Oh, yeah,
ooh,
that's that." You're thinking OnlyFans.
Oh, sorry.
You
we
can get one of
leave-
those if you want to.
No one wants to look at that.
Bring in some extra cash. You could buy your own new computer.
There you go, Sam. I said there are spicy cuts. I said, have you
Oh,
looked for
jeez.
Sam's OnlyFans?
Oh, Sam. I wonder how much you could charge
For what?
for OnlyFans. Do you think
I
you
need
could?
a better body.
Well, the going rates, some of
Oh.
them are free.
Some people just do feet.
Oh,
yeah,
I need
some of them
better
free.
feet.
You got the dirty tattoo on your.
I got
one
the
foot.
dirty tattoo.
You got the dirty tattoo.
Yeah.
I would have to
If you do-
cover that
if
up.
you do some specialty stuff, pee on yourself.
Yeah, you could.
And
Well, the thing with your feet, I mean, they can't smell them, so the one downside to your feet's already eliminated,
They don't smell.
don't they, Sam?
Not right now.
It's because you got slippers and socks on. It can't penetrate.
with the P one, if you position yourself in, no, never mind. I'm just kidding. I could get really perverse here. I'm trying not to.
You should start an OnlyFans there, Alan.
No one wants to see that.
Well, that's just
you
it.
know
I
what?
would start naked, and they would pay me to
Ow.
put clothes on.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say you should charge people. You should make it free and charge people to not send it to them.
Well, here's the thing, though. They can close mine and get the same result, but not the same result if they close the woman where they want the clothes off.
I didn't
Probably.
follow that.
No, I didn't follow it either. I'm assuming
You
it
go,
made
you
sense,
go to
though.
the little X on the top of the window,
Yeah.
and it closes. Same
Well-
result. They're not seeing me naked.
The last thing I want to see is your ex in one of those windows.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What?
I think
How did
it
we
was,
get on this? What did you do, Sam? What question did you read?
That was fucking
Sent
mixed.
us down this-
Spicy cuts for
Oh,
Patreon.
okay. So it's
It
not
wasn't
Sam.
even me.
Falcon Mix's fault. I thought I was trying to figure out what Sam did.
I just lift my shirt up all the time on camera.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't post these.
Yeah,
to
we don't
YouTube
record anymore.
Yeah. Everyone's missing out.
What do you mean? I got lots of recordings.
Al, of me lifting my shirt?
No, Al always misses those
No, he saw it once.
in person.
Oh, right. You were here when I did that.
Well, I'm
How
not
many
like Josh's other fans. I don't come over and grope you.
They don't do that
My
anymore.
other fans?
I know. I thought I said fans. I meant
I
friends.
think you did.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
have a
talking
lot
about
of fans coming to the house, Al.
Sam's only or Josh's only friends.
Yes. Other friends. Oh, no one groped you at this LAN party though. Yeah, that's good. Probably because you were just getting home from work and they could tell you were grumpy. Sam worked until 1 and she came in, she was like, "Marr."
Someone was parked in my spot.
I was
I
like
specifically
that.
had them not park in your spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
who was-
shut
who was
up to the
there?
store.
What?
Was it Mrs. Oliver?
Mrs.
No.
Oliver.
Like
I'm
his
trying to figure out who
girlfriend?
would be parked in your spot.
Sean
Is your
was.
ex down again?
No,
Sean.
this
My
was
spot.
during the LAN party, Al.
Oh, during the land party. Okay, I was gonna say Sean. What's he doing visiting you?
Keep up with the conversation.
I'll try.
So what was the what? Where are we going?
Those are all the questions.
That was
so if
all the
anybody
questions?
has any more questions,
Well, they can't hear us.
does
This would be-
Dimitri have any questions for us?
Yeah, Dimitri, do you have anything to add?
Yes, let's fire. Can we fire up the Friday night dungeon runs again? That was incredibly fun. We need
I
to
would
bring
like
those
to.
back.
Not in the next
Um,
few weeks for me. No.
Damn it, Alan.
It was all your fault, Al.
Your career choice is really dampening the
Okay, the
party.
fact that you just called it a career made me want to go on to the bathroom and end it all.
See,
Bring the toaster with you.
wasn't the complaint when I was raiding on the weekends that I wasn't available Friday nights, or was it Saturday nights you were complaining I wasn't available?
It was. We wanted to try to
Me?
do it Sundays for. Everyone was available Sundays.
Can we do Sunday dungeon runs?
I
I
can't
don't
be up late on a Sunday, but I can
Well, neither can
participate on a Sunday.
Sam can't be up late either. See, the thing with Fridays is I never work a Friday evening.
Neither do I.
Neither does
It's
Sam.
inventory time for me. And Dimitri, you can talk to your significant other and find out exactly what is involved with the inventory and how much choice I actually have when it comes to inventory.
Okay.
Just get rich and retire. How
They
hard
used
can it
to-
possibly
They
be?
used to demand.
What?
Okay, so I might get in trouble if I talk about this.
Except for the hot dog.
Yeah.
No, the hot dog. I
no,
just
just-
don't know
just
how to
the-
read
just the last
price.
little part
Um,
because that was a lot of complaining. Actually, I don't want to get in
oh,
trouble.
you know what? You know what I want to do?
No,
I'm going to leave it in until you say something about, oh, maybe I can get fired for this, and then I'll cut out what you actually say.
I like that one actually.
He's not going to remember and leave the entire thing in.
Or here's a fun one.
Well, yeah.
I'll
What's the
leave it
worst
right
that
up
happened to me?
to. I'll leave it right up to. I could get fired for this.
Lose
if
your
people know
career.
where I work.
Stop calling it a career.
No, I'll leave it right up to you. Say I could get fired for this because people know where I work, and then I'll go back and I'll just edit out. I'll collect because I was working on this for a while. I'll just collect all of your heavy breathing from past episodes, and then just have like 5 minutes of you breathing heavy, and then it come back and then you say, yeah, I edit all that out. That sounds like too much work. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. But
If
that
you
would
do
be
that,
fun.
I'm gonna go back to all the
Breathing.
videos and edit in the sounds from my basement when I was living back
Stop
in.
it.
You weren't recording that, Alan.
Do you think so?
If you were, we would have heard it by now.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, you're the one that's bugging me, and I took a shot that bugged Sam more than it bugged you. Apologies, Sam.
I don't know what you thought you were going to do to me with that exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just,
Um,
I think maybe because I can't really afflict you that I'm gonna take it off the side much. Yeah.
I can't
Anyway.
be afflicted.
Anyways,
I digress. So interesting, the interesting
Often.
story that I can share quickly with because I don't know if Dimitri, you see the pictures I posted? That we had a car on its side in our parking lot last night.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy.
My
Like
brother, my brother says, "How the fuck does a car flip on its side in your parking lot?"
where in the parking lot was it?
I was in the danger zone.
Danger
that's-
zone.
That's lingo. So
I was.
you know, it's where you have like the two sides of the store where you can park, and then
Yeah.
where they go, there's that other square up there.
Yeah.
Well, that's called the danger zone by the locker because that's where they bring the buggies in and they have to go through the stop signs and everything. So
It's
we call
also
it the
where
danger
Kenny
zone.
Loggins always parks when he goes to Costco.
Yeah.
Heyo.
So they, well, you know what he has to do before he gets there?
What?
He has to log in.
Oh, that's terrible.
I thought you were gonna get that. So
No, I was
the
trying to think
car-
of something actually clever, and then you hit me with that one.
So the car, I think, reversed really, really fast, hit another car, hit two other cars in the grand scheme of things, but hit another car, which caused it to flip up onto its side, and it's just sitting there.
How fast were the? Oh,
I know,
how
right?
fast were they reversing?
in a parking
Fast
lot.
enough to go like this. I think they were inebriated or with
You gotta be
something.
really aggressively reversing to end up on your
They
side.
were
like that.
intoxicated with something, I think.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I've heard so many different things, but I don't know.
That was crazy. Okay, they threw a pass, right? Receiver catches it, bobbles it. The defender like had it for a second, intercepted it, and then the receiver like took it back and then kept running with it. That was just nutty.
Well, it all worked out in the end, right?
They better score here because I got money on the Lions winning, and they were winning for a while, and now they're losing.
But yeah, that accident had to have happened like minutes after we left.
Yeah, it was right before I left, and I
Minutes.
left at 5:30 yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you saw how impressed I was when you came into work.
Yeah, I
eh?
know. You were not happy.
He was at work.
It,
You ever
it got
happy?
worse today. Like,
Were you
It
in the
was-
same spot?
no, I was in the office. It was
Oh.
insane. But I'm cleaning up other people's messes in there, and holy crap! I'm not going to
So
say.
do we
much more on
have-
the recording?
Do we have more? Oh, catch it! Oh, come on! Do
Um,
we have more WoW stuff,
Ow.
or are we
I
winding
think
down
we're
here?
winding
Are we
down.
done watching Josh watch football?
But
Listening to Josh
Um,
watch football.
yes,
No,
we will
watch.
get more dungeon runs for Friday nights. What time works for you? Is it the 9 o'clock our time, 8 o'clock your time?
That's typically best, but if we have to push it to 7 my time, 8 your time, I can do that too.
Sure,
Okay.
6 sounds good.
We gotta whatever we do, we gotta make something work because we got to do some dungeons.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
make
that
it.
was a lot of fun.
If we make it work, let's keep it working through the whole thing.
And here's the other part of that: if we want to attract people to our guild and actually keep them around, we got to actually do stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we
So-
can't.
I was thinking
We're-
about that the last couple of days. Are we losing anybody?
I don't think we've lost anybody, but we're not going to attract like a BFD group with,
Yeah.
we got to have our just the fans.
Yeah, like everyone we've got in there is people that we like have pulled out of Discord and like from the podcast. So like not people that are gonna leave that easily, but we gotta do stuff. I think we're at the tail end of phase 1 as well. I think things will pick up again when phase 2 starts because we'll all be on leveling more often. I feel like everybody's going to be on more. We might have 5, 6, 7 people on at a time.
We need 10 though.
So after April,
for 5 mans,
I
we
might
don't.
be able to get back into a regular schedule. I might.
So who is April, and why is she affecting your schedule so much?
But until then, I usually have Tuesday, Wednesdays
You just
off.
got ignored.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays?
Yeah, but then your schedule starts to flip flop.
I never have Tuesday or Wednesday off.
I have
No,
every
but
other Tuesday off.
Stop interrupting Al. You're making him mad. We keep interrupting Al.
I thought
Oh,
he
I
was
think you said stop interrupting her, Al. You're making her mad. I'm like,
No, I said
Did I
stop
interrupt her?
interrupting Al.
oh no, go ahead. I don't have anything else to say actually.
Nothing. What about April?
He's getting into a regular schedule.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully,
Well, that would be interesting. I was
Will
only
you
half
go
listening.
back to having your Mondays?
I don't know.
Well,
Monday,
we'll see.
Sundays would be good.
But we've moved into
What did you
the
think I was going to say?
we've moved into the aimlessly
I'll let
rambling
you know later.
portion of the podcast, so we should probably finish this off because Sam's going to want to go to
Yeah.
bed.
We're keeping
We've,
Dimitri hostage here.
We're at over 2 hours. We got to edit it down. I'm sure Dimitri wants to get going. So we still have no real way of signing this off because we never discover it. We never discuss it. Say
I
something
don't
clever,
want to do
Sam.
the outrageous thing.
You don't want to do the outrageous thing?
No, I
Sam
think
doesn't
that's
like
old.
doing. It is old. We did that for like a year. That's so last year. We need to come up with something new, but we're not creative and we're lazy.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. We can ask Chat GPT.
Who?
Oh, I should do. I have it open because I was messing around with it for something yesterday. So hold on.
Well, he does that. Is there a druid trainer on the non-Kalimdor side, Eastern Kingdoms?
No.
No, because the undead don't have druids.
I know. I just made 22.
But you got druids in
Okay,
Thunderbluff
okay,
and in
okay.
Moonglade.
Oh, yeah, you teleport to
Oh yeah, Moonglade. I could do that.
This actually isn't bad. So we have Chat GPT has given me a podcast sign off.
You should
So are
put
we
it into the
done?
Discord before it goes away.
Are we done? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, folks, in the game of life, may your critical hits be frequent, your saves always successful, and your respawn timer short. Until next time, keep gaming and keep it casual.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
That's good.
We should break that up so we can all say it. Or at least take turns.
Hold on, I have to figure out how to kick Craig out of here.